5?
I was playing golf the other day. I hit the golf ball. I yelled 5.
That's so funny.
Oh, you brought the mandolin today. I like it. That reminds me of like Secret Garden. You could probably play that on there.
Hell yeah.
That'd be cool. My wife wants one of those.
What, a mandolin?
Yeah.
Hey, anybody ever tell you got a big 5 head?
I think that didn't Jay say that at one point?
Big 5 head.
I think there's a line where he says something about a 5 head.
He has a song about his forehead, but I haven't even listened to that.
I think it's not good. There's just like a weird effect on his voice the whole time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's got like Ouija Mac roasting him all over it.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
It's funny, but it doesn't sound great.
All right, y'all ready to do this?
Gabam.
All right, Carver, whenever you're ready, you got to begin show. Now, we don't got anybody waiting in the wings, but it's okay. We got enough of us here.
Yeah.
Is it the end of the
Is it
world?
working? Yeah, it's working. Cool.
Yes, it is the end of the world.
I'll have to manually
It's
do this.
also the beginning of a brand new, solid Juggalo world for us all to enjoy.
What's up? What's up, y'all? How's it going? My name is Kyle, a.k.a. Keezy, and this is my main man.
Carvalho, y'all.
And we got guests. This is our guest here.
Sly.
And
It's Gage.
Gage. Y'all know Gage Von Weil from the chat, and y'all know Sly as a.k.a. ASMR Chris.
Exactly.
We got two legends in the house. I mean, we really do.
Yeah.
Two absolute legends in the house right
I
now.
hope I have fans out there. They're like, oh, there's that fat guy with the beard. I'm so happy he's here.
I really am, though. I really am happy you're here.
I'm happy I'm here, too. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
man. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Chris, thank you for coming here.
Thanks,
Sly,
guys.
Chris
I
Sly.
don't know much about ICP, but
Oh,
yes,
man.
you
You
do,
know
man.
enough.
a little bit.
You're a legend.
I love the Wraith.
You know
You
the
know
classics.
I know the Wraith. Yeah, the classics.
You
right?
were there. You were there for the race, so you know.
Exactly. Right.
I mean, you brought Tech 9 to the Juggalos.
Yeah. Yeah, theoretically.
I stand on that.
I really do stand on that shit.
I stand on that.
I stand on that shit. Scotty D, like a lot of juggalos don't know that shit, but I'll call him on it. I sent Tech 9 to Scotty D before Fago Lovers ever posted it, and he told me he wasn't feeling it. And that was when they would put like their 5 weekly songs on the sidebar.
Yep.
And I was like, yo, you got to play this one. And he was like, I'm just not feeling it.
What'd
but
you send him?
thanks.
Like, It's Alive or something?
I don't even remember. It was from
Probably some
it
off
was,
Angelic.
Yeah, it was off Angelic. Yeah, it was
'Cause
before
that was
Absolute
the-
Power.
yeah.
What was
You
the
were-
band?
you were
Real
the-
Killer. Real Killer.
Yeah, something. Yeah, I think it was Real Killer. Yeah, yeah.
You were the first person I ever heard Tech 9 from, and it was before Absolute Power came out. It was
Yeah,
before
it was
they
before
were.
Angelic too. I was listening to him. I got it. I learned about Tech 9 from a Napster chat on hip hop.
Yeah.
I was in there and somebody was like, "Yo, check this out," and sent Now It's On. This was back before Angelic even came out, and then Angelic came out. I thought when I heard Now It's On that Tech 9 was a group.
Yeah.
And then Angelic came out. I went to Media Play. I got the CD the day it came out, and I like saw him on the cover, and I like opened it, and I'm like, holy shit, is this just one dude? And then that's when I got hip to it.
Yeah.
And then when you showed me that, it blew my fucking mind.
Yeah,
you were always ahead of everybody when it came to hip hop, man.
Underground-
Like
yeah, the
you
underground scene
knew
back then.
everybody.
Yeah, back then, yeah, for sure. Like I was
It-
real deep, but that was back when like they had real good horrorcore message boards and real good hip hop message boards. So if you paid attention to people who were suggesting stuff and you checked it out, like you learned a lot of really dope shit. That's how I found out about Cage and Copyright.
Yeah.
People in our city like Blueprint and all them.
Yeah.
That led me to Atmosphere.
Yeah.
Idea came from that. Like all these people kind of just came from the pipeline of talking on chats to different people.
Yeah,
and it was
man.
just dope because
Crazy time. The early 2000s, man. That was a revelation. That was a revolution in hip hop.
Yeah, for sure. ICP like 100% started all that because before ICP, I didn't really know the concept of underground music. You just didn't contribute that. There's music out there that isn't on the radio that's really great. Like you just didn't think of that. So when I discovered ICP, I was like, well, shit, maybe there's other music out there that's the exact same.
It was hard before the internet was really user friendly too. You know?
You had message boards. That was what
Yeah.
I had to live on. You know what I mean? There was underground message, horrorcore.com.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was where you went to like learn about horrorcore artists.
Yep.
And then
AcidRap.com.
AcidRap.com was another one. Obviously, like I never used like the Juggalo websites because they were kind of like in their own little bubble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I definitely would try to introduce people in the Juggalo world, like, because some people just fit. And it's ironic because almost every one of those people way down the line have come into the Juggalo world at some point. Like Cage, like I said, I brought him up. Cage was just on that little compilation.
I know. I
saw that. I was like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Yeah, when he showed up on the cipher,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, "Fucking Cage."
Yeah, I know,
Cage
right.
Kennel's Cage.
Yeah, I know. That blew my fucking mind. I was
that
like,
was
what
nuts.
is happening?
And then R.A. the Cage.
Yeah, R.A. the
you
Rugged
know?
Man.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. R.A. the Rugged Man is another one who, like, heard back in the day. And R.A. the Rugged Man was like he's underrated as fuck. He's a true like hip hop ambassador.
yeah,
that dude has
absolutely.
like. He's just one of those guys in the shadows. Like he's been involved in so much dope shit that's happened in hip hop, but he's always just kind of in the shadows, like letting someone else take the spotlight while he just kind of enjoys the craft. He's just a real ambassador.
I've kind of slept on him, but I've appreciated several of the songs that have come across my path, but I've never really sought him out.
Yeah, even if he's not your choice as like an artist,
I recognize his
totally
skill.
Yeah, for sure. But like, even if you're not like listening to him, you just have to give him the respect that like the dude is in the fucking scene.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Like he's really in the scene. He knows hip hop, and he's been a part of a lot of major shit in hip hop too.
But yeah, ambassador is a great word. He really is.
Yeah.
Shout out to people in the chat: Derek Bruno, Ninja with a Pencil, C. Peterson, DJ Slug, Lil Ninja, Pest. We see y'all. We appreciate y'all. C. Peterson said he's like us. He says he kind of fell out after Bizarre and Freak Show and came back around 2003 and caught up.
Yeah.
Pest said Cage Movies for the Blind is the best.
That is classic.
Yeah, hell
We
yeah,
were listening to that on our way to and from the gathering one day.
Yeah.
Right.
I just listened to a little bit of it today because I was listening to Aesop Rock Radio and they play Cage on there.
Sweet.
Yeah, actually, that was Agent Orange was the first song I ever heard from Cage, and
Yeah,
what,
that's a nuts
holy
song.
shit. He has just some of the best lines. Like,
Yeah.
Is that what you were playing after the podcast at the gathering?
Might
I
have
think
been.
you put a bunch of stuff.
It
Okay, I
might
kind
have
of liked
been,
it.
yeah.
I'll fuck
look
with your
into it.
head like cornrows by Blind Giants.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah, cornrows put in by Blind Giants.
yeah,
Yep.
cornrows put in by
Interesting.
Blind Giants.
That's such
Yeah,
a
Cage-
wacky line.
And not only that, Cage is like, to me, he's like horrorcore, especially that Movies for the Blind. I mean, that there's some horrorcore shit on there. I guess not even more scary than anything horror artist has ever put out. It's like psychological, mental, like just insane. Like
Yeah, because ironically, he's a New York rapper, like street rapper, really at his heart. But I discovered him on horrorcore.com. That's where somebody first
Yeah.
suggested, like, yo, check this.
I mean,
Cage dude out.
some of his shit is truly scary. Like
Yeah.
it's terrifying to think.
Ballad
that,
of Worms, man. Look up Ballad of Worms.
Yeah.
That is as juggalo as it gets. It's literally a song about him being in love with a dead corpse.
Yeah.
And, like keeping her alive. And to fall in love with it,
Yeah, it's a wonder why he
Check out
wasn't.
Ballad of Worms.
It's a wonder why he wasn't more prevalent in the Juggalo world, like doing shit like that. You know,
Right.
I mean, he got pretty big himself.
Yeah.
He didn't really need it.
Yeah,
He
a
was
lot of
huge-
underground scene. Like Shia LaBeouf was like a huge fan of his.
Oh, that's
and-
awesome.
Almost
That's
made
big.
made a
Yeah.
movie about him.
Yeah. He was
Okay,
trying to
that's
make a movie about him, but he couldn't get the
Then,
funding.
yeah, he was just
couldn't
doing
get
his own
producer.
thing.
He did direct his video though, like
Yeah.
one of his music videos.
Wow.
Shia,
Yep.
Shia LaBeouf is in the video and directed it.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, and Cage, you look up Cage's past, dude. He's got one of the most insane past I've ever heard from any rapper.
Yeah, dude.
Does he still make,
was in
like,
a mental
new shit?
institution?
I the last time I looked him up, I think he's an actual Satanist now. He's a
cool.
Satanist rapper.
Hell yeah, dude! Fucking hell, Satan!
I swear. The last time I saw him, he's under a new under a new name now.
Okay.
Like, that's not the Wraith we're here for today, guys. Let's remember that.
Oh
We're
yeah,
here
you're
for-
right. My bad.
here
Yeah,
for
he
the-
does. He
the Holy Wraith.
the last album I saw that he put out, he had a
Is this
different
him?
name.
Yeah.
That is not what I expected him to look like.
That's Cage.
That is Ballad of Worms.
His
That's
top
that
songs.
shit.
His top songs are Among the Sleep, Agent Orange, and Ballad of Worms.
Yeah, those are probably his 3 best songs.
All right, so let's see what his latest shit is.
Yeah.
His discography. Let's see.
I don't know if it'll be under Cage.
I think his last shit is.
He had one
yeah,
in 2020.
Yeah, Death
Death Miracles,
Yeah,
okay, I
was gonna
haven't-
say.
Oh, he has a song called Wraith, bro.
Wow.
Wow.
Whoa.
Ritual.
We've gone full circle.
He's
Wow.
he's heavily the last shit I checked
should
him
mind
out.
Excuse
blown.
the blood.
He's heavily into the occult. The last shit I checked out.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Heavily.
He's fallen into like that's like his gimmick now for sure. 100%.
Oh yeah, look at this
like
shit.
you
It's
said,
all
yeah, like look at the names
that.
of the songs. Serpent, yeah, like
Yeah, dude. I'm like,
yeah.
I was like, man, it's cool when he dabbled in that, and it
Yeah.
was more just psychological mental shit. But now that he's actually like in a fucking pentagram, and he's like,
yeah,
I don't
it's
know
some-
about
it's
that,
some-
man.
it's
Hell
some
yeah,
sketchy
Cage. I'm gonna
shit.
fuck with you. Oh, he has a song from this year.
Yeah,
Look.
Catechism, like he has names that are
Well, I've got homework. I'm gonna check this guy out.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Start at movies from the blind.
All right, why are we fucking talking about Cage? Listen,
Yeah,
we're,
anyway.
we're supposed to be celebrating one of the greatest albums of all time.
We always
Back on
always
track.
have banter
It really
at the
was.
beginning.
I know, you're right.
But yeah,
You need a dinner bell to ting when it's time to shut the fuck up and get on topic. Yeah.
You need like one of the sounds.
yeah.
Yeah, just keep giving bruh.
Bruh.
Well, the Wraith. We were discussing a little bit of the Wraith before the show, just memories and just how, the meaning of it. I mean,
Are we really going to do this?
it's been 20
We're
years.
going to talk about the Wraith. Everybody else is talking about the Wraith. Like,
Are they?
We need to be cool and different.
All right, how?
How?
You want to listen to Cage's song called The Wraith?
Let's just turn the Wraith upside down.
Are we gonna talk about Hell's
Whoa.
Pit now?
Wow.
Whoa.
Now
pretty
we're
psych.
now we're cool and different.
Wow,
See,
dude.
well-
That is insane.
I don't know, man.
We're not going to go through the album like
The Wrath up
piece
there.
by piece, but
Hey,
There you go.
you're in my goddamn country. Respect my album cover.
Turn it back. Yeah.
Turn that album cover the right way up. You're in my damn country.
Don't you dare.
I remember when they showed the shadow of the Wraith, like before they showed the actual before they showed what the actual Wraith looked like. I thought it was going to be like one big like head. Like, you know,
Right,
like,
100%. I agree.
like the whole, because they never
Yeah.
had a Joker's card where it had the
Yeah, he
full
was the first
body.
one with the body, wasn't he?
Well, the Riddle box, I guess, is arguable.
Kind
of.
yeah.
But nevertheless, but like, so I expected like just like a big head, and it did look like he was coming out of a book or something.
Right.
So I was like, okay,
I
that's
thought it
kinda-
looked-
And the bird.
I
I
thought
thought
those
it
were
looked-
shoes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Far
yeah,
away,
so
I
did
thought
I.
he had shoes.
Well, I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be a big head too, and I remember the silhouette. I was like, man, this looks fucking dumb.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah,
thought
I
it
do.
looked
I
dumb.
I thought it looked
Yeah.
like a genie or some
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
But to me, it's one of my favorite images they've put out.
Yeah, it's pretty
I
dope.
really do love that image. It's not. It's. I mean, it's just
ominous.
It's just, and it's just in its simple way. It's perfect, and it's just simplicity. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great design. I mean, they really knocked it out of the park. I did want to like when I was listening to it the other day, I put it on while me and my wife went to the store the other day, and like I was just grooving. I let the intro play, and a presence can be felt. You know what I mean? Like all that.
You got Jump Steady.
Yep. The ding 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 ding. Like, that
Yeah.
shit goes Shangri-La. Like I mean, he's fucking crushing it, and then like it goes right into Walking to the Light, and like. I don't know what it is, man. Like it just it washed over me, and I like started getting a little like teary. Like man, like this fucking shit. Like
I think you need to cut that shit out, Satanist. You need to
Dude,
stop listening to
thi-
that.
this
You're
just-
feeling the presence of God
this,
there.
I know it.
Yeah.
It reconverted me. I unsubscribed from the Satanic Temple mailing list as soon as I came home.
He just had a second coming.
Uh-oh.
Well, we said last week I legitimately subscribed to the Satanic Temple mailing list because I wanted to keep up on what they were doing, and they're different than regular Satanists.
Yeah.
Satanists, but nevertheless, they were Sharif and Carver here were not super huge on me joining that, but
Yeah, well, I mean, how are you gonna know unless you try?
exactly.
You
But
know?
that's besides the point. Besides
Maybe
the
they
point.
have nice barbecues.
Walking to the Light really struck a chord.
It just
with me.
scares me.
I get it. I get it, man. I get it.
Yeah, it can be scary.
But you know
It's
what?
spooky.
Like, what kind of
It is
feels? What kind
spooky.
of feels are you still getting from this album? You know?
I mean, I always get goosebumps every time I listen to this album. I swear to God.
Yeah.
It's a couple songs pop up, a couple lines, a couple little feelings of nostalgia and just good times, and just when that came out, I mean, it really was. Everybody was riding high. If you were part of the call, if like you knew, and you just felt it. Yeah. It always just comes back to me when I listen to this album. You know what I mean? It just gives me a comforting feeling, kind of.
Comforting is a
Yeah.
good way to put it. So I don't have nostalgia for this because this album came out when I was 4.
oh shit,
Yeah. So like,
a grown man.
but I still went through like all the Joker cards and like listening the first time. I probably had the same experience as you guys did when it came out. It was just like, holy crap, this is
Like this
it
is
just
what
feels great.
this is what they were building toward. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I still felt the impact and the energy of it, even though I wasn't there for.
Yeah, I believe you. I'm
build it.
sure. Like,
It's it holds up.
absolutely, dude. It's. I mean, I listened to it yesterday. I listened to the vinyl, the CD, and streaming.
Wow, damn.
I ran the gamut.
That's good.
And I will say, I was getting a great experience from the CD
yeah.
because of the fact that there's no like gaps and it's
Yeah.
seamless.
Yeah.
And
this album was made to like
yes,
flow into itself.
and every track like blends into each other. I literally meant to do this, but I didn't have time yesterday. I wanted to write an open letter to Mike P.
I swear, I agree with you. Mike P. Absolutely, and this is the reason why he's the reason why this album is so good and mixed so well. It sounds so good. He's a huge reason in that.
Mike P. undertook an impossible task with this album,
living up to Mikey Clark,
doing like producing the most important album of this of ICP's career, and with every eye on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it was meant to be, man. Because not saying Mikey Clark wouldn't have done a good album, but do you think he would have been able to kind of switch that perception and kind of go a different direction with it the way Mike P did? You know,
That's interesting.
I don't know. He was rhythmic. I mean, Mikey Clark is definitely talented, but yeah, he was kind of in a rhythm. I think that's what gave this its unique sound.
There's something very special,
Yeah,
different
absolutely
about it.
right.
It stands out amongst all their stuff, but it still like feels like it led up to it perfectly.
Yeah,
somehow,
like it doesn't like you listen to Yum Yum Bedlam, like it's a way different sound. I think like it's obviously new and different and yada yada. But Mike P was kind of like it's like he was trying to blend like
it
my
blends,
style with
yeah.
Mikey Clark and live up to. I think he did what Mikey Clark did, which was he listened to ICP and he was able to mind meld with them in such a way that to produce the sound they wanted to produce, and that's that's a talent that up until then only Mikey Clark could do.
Absolutely.
I think Mike P understood what Mikey Clark was doing, but I think Mike P he got it. He was like, man, But the thing about Mike P is I think he actually is truly a better musician than Mikey Clark is. Mikey Clark is a great producer.
Yeah.
But Mike P is a musician. He
Yeah.
plays instruments. I think he understands music more. Because Mikey Clark himself said that he doesn't really know how to play guitar and stuff, and
Yeah.
that type of shit. Not to say he can't sit there and jam a couple little chords or something, but if you look at videos of Mike P, they're kind of rare and obscure, but the dude knows how to play. He's a great musician.
Yeah.
And he just kind of added that little step further.
Little bit different. It's like a different level of professionalism.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
But he managed to pull it off. Like every track is unique and it's unique but still fits the formula. He did a perfect job.
I'll say it's close to perfect. It's close to a perfect album, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was. It marked the end of my kind of era because I remember being in love with this album and I was like, "Oh, this is the shit," and not really digging Hell's Pit as much. You know what I mean? Like I was not a fan of Hell's Pit. I mean, I know a lot of juggalos love that, but I
I'm
think
a big fan of it, but for completely different reasons.
We talk about that a lot on here about how many people came in and helped during Hell's Pit, and actually Hell's Pit is their first album or their love album.
Yeah.
There's a lot of juggalos out there like that.
Right. Yeah.
But for us, it was like it was
almost
kind
the
of like
end
it was
of an
just
era.
like it's
and
not.
I feel like that was meant like that was like. I remember the last gathering I went to where it was just kind of like I felt the magic had kind of like disappeared, and I just felt like like all that. It felt like the end of an era. That's the easiest way to
it truly
say
did.
it.
But you got that big climax, and it's like, well, now what?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was like because we had always thought like, oh man, the 6 Jokers card, that's the big one.
Yeah.
And the end is going to consume us all.
Yeah, and then the unveiling happened, and then you're like, okay, well, yeah, that's cool.
Now
what? Now what? Yeah. And then that was when just from a third party, that was when I kind of like regressed into the shadows, and I mean there are still great juggalos out there, but I think the culture as a whole is much different than when we were in it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that's not to hate. I mean, I don't want to sound like an old head.
Well, that's the point of our show.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
to take
Be
it
old
back.
heads.
It's to kind of reminisce on how
On
it
deck
used
one.
to be and things like that. So,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but
'cause
no,
I
you're
mean,
absolutely right.
I do feel like an old head because there is the new school of people who are like, oh, Ouija's that shit, and the new ICP albums are better than the old ones. But like for me, it's just it lost all that like it was something else, man. Like it was literally like being. I remember the gathering was like going to another world. Like it was just brilliant.
Oh yeah.
Like man, it was so magical. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like I haven't been one in years, so I'm not saying that be gone today.
Sure.
Last year was fun, but we made it fun ourselves for ourselves.
right.
You know?
Yeah,
it was my first one, and
Yeah.
it's hard to describe to people. Everybody's like, "How's the gathering?" I'm like, "You just gotta be there."
Yeah, yeah.
There's something
It's
about
it's
it.
still fun, man. The Juggalos make it still. They still make it magic. you know?
But I mean, like back, oh man. it
But
was
no,
just-
no, you're right. It was different back then.
Yeah. It was just like there was so much love going around. There was never, like, you never heard of fist fights. Like, like there was lots of sex and shit, but like it was respectful. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it was.
still
it,
is.
It was wholesome in those days. It was
yeah,
it was
well, I
a
mean,
little
but
wholesome.
I've heard a lot more bad shit.
They
Like,
got-
I've
they
seen
got worse.
pictures of fights.
Yeah.
I've heard of like mass thefts going on there.
Yeah.
I've heard of like shit like that. You know what I mean? And like, don't get me wrong, I know a lot of that's just gonna be hyped up because obviously any media outlets that cover this, other than Juggalo media, are only going to focus on the negative aspects. That's what sells.
and that happens at any big concert.
Yeah,
and stuff.
100%.
There's bad apples everywhere.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Everyone who glorifies Woodstock, for example, Woodstock was full of, molestations and rapes and, assaults and fights and shit like that, and people say that was the perfect festival.
I've only ever heard horrible things about Woodstock.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like it was a shit show, but everyone always talks about how idyllic and, oh man, we just need another Woodstock. So no matter what, I think you're going to have some outbreaks, and I do think that at the gathering you have a lot less than you would even have at other ones, just because of that family mindset. But yeah, it's just like I can. It's almost like I can feel that when I can almost remember when the magic ended. I remember like meeting up at your apartment. I remember we all met up and we all had this album and we were all like, all right, here's what we're going to do. And we all had a plan, you know what I mean? Like, how are you going to listen to it? And, Richard's like, I don't know. I'll probably just go home and listen to a few tracks. And then, like, I remember you were like, you treated it like it was a fucking holy, like, idol.
Yeah,
like, you were like, I don't want to listen to it yet. I got to wait for the right
We
time.
talked about that on here.
we
Where
talked
he
about it
waited to fucking listen to it for weeks, and
It was it was you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember this story. I didn't remember who
And
it
Shane
was.
spoiled
and
it
then
for
Shane
him.
ruined it for me.
Aw.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not listening until I forget what Shane told me. That way, it's a surprise.
He still hasn't listened to it.
Yeah,
Don't
he
let him
still,
fool you.
yeah, exactly. He still hasn't listened to it.
He
He's
just
waiting
likes
on
the pretty
I'm
picture
just
on the
lying,
front.
guys.
He's
I've
waiting
never
on
heard
it.
this.
But I went home because they suggested that you listen to it straight through. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Hit play and listen to it straight through. Don't listen to it in chunks.
Absolutely.
I
And
remember Richard
headphones.
said it because it irritated. I think just because it irritated everyone. Because I remember him laughing about it. Like, I'm just gonna listen to a few songs here and there. Like, no, you gotta listen to the whole thing. He's like, I figure I'll listen to 2 or 3 tonight, and I'll listen to a couple tomorrow. And it's like, no, you got, But
That's how you listen to an album. You
Yeah.
all the way through.
yeah. But I remember, I went home, turned off the lights, and like laid down on my floor with headphones on and like listened to it like it was like a spiritual ritual.
Yeah, same.
And it was dope. It was a good one.
Yeah, man, I did the same. I bought headphones when I bought it, and I laid on my bed and listened to it straight through. I remember like tearing up a couple times, and really like just it being like a religious experience almost. You know?
Yeah, it was really dope.
Yeah.
But then, like, and then Hell's Pit, like when that came out, I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be like. I remember the hype for it was, no, we're gonna get ICP back to their most horrorcore days. Like they're about to be pulling out horrorcore like they've never done before. And
Yeah. It was fine, but it wasn't. It should have just been like. I mean, I see what the 6 should have just been the Wraith. Just called the Wraith.
Yeah.
I agree.
And that
Hell's
was
Pit should have just been
that's
the
a
next
side
album
show.
they did. Exactly.
I've heard
Yeah.
people say that Hell's Pit should have come out first.
I've
Do you
heard
think that
before,
would have
too.
like
Yeah.
stifled the impact of
Maybe.
Shangri-La?
I don't
Maybe,
think
but then
so. I think that would have been fine if they released it as like a sideshow, like just called it
Or
Hell's
that.
Pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like this is like the coming up to Shangri-La or
reason
whatever,
why-
you know.
I think
Because
the
the big
reason-
reveal is at the end of this, and then there's this other thing at the
Yeah.
end.
I think the reason why they did it that way is because they wanted to live up to the wicked
And I mean,
shit.
of
We're
course.
going back wicked, Juggalos. For all you Juggalos that don't like the happy
Yes.
shit, we're going back wicked.
Yeah, but like I just felt like even when it came out, it didn't even have the Wraith on the cover, did it? Wasn't it like a bunch of faces?
There's
or
like a
something?
weird comic cover of it.
Yeah.
of a
Yeah.
slip
It's a
cover.
great
that-
cover.
yeah.
Don't
Off,
get me
and then
wrong.
there's the
ICP
Wraith.
like
Hell's
yeah.
Pit has some of the best packaging they've ever done.
Oh
Yeah.
But
But I feel like, well, just that exactly. It feels like it should have been an EP instead of the Wraith Part 2.
yeah.
You know,
especially because like I think this left on a positive note and left every Juggalo feeling good, and then when
the
Hell's
Wraith,
Pit
the
just
Hell's
was like
Pit,
Exactly.
negative,
Hell's Pit,
and
Exactly.
it's got like a feeling to it.
And that's the main reason why I didn't like it. It just brought me back down. I was like, you're on this high cloud. I mean, the Shangri-La era was the highest of the high with like just the feeling that everybody had.
Yeah.
And then all of a
makeup
sudden,
was all colorful and dope. And,
and Jay was literally, you could see it in his eyes. They had a second wind.
Yeah,
of
Jay
like,
had smoked weed. He had lost weight.
Yeah.
He was healthier than ever. He was like high, so he was like
And he
super chill and mellow.
He was
and
just
happy and-
exuding this energy that just made everybody feel happy.
Yeah, he
and
got
fun.
like into almost like a hippie rock and roll vibe
Yeah.
with a lot of his choruses and like the feel of the songs. It almost started becoming more rock than rap.
Yeah.
And then it's like Hell's Pit came around,
and you're just like,
that almost marked the beginning of like when he's like starting to dabble in other shit. You know what I mean? And I know it was a few years. It was years after that he really got bad. But I can remember like watching that from the back, and it was just because I started gravitating more towards just hip hop in general than the ICP world.
Well, yeah, of
you know what I
course.
mean? Like
when you love hip hop, you gotta explore.
Yeah, and I mean, I was listening. That was when I was getting into like Idea, and like it was, it was stiff competition. Yeah, like and Tech Nine. Yeah, I was listening to Tech Nine a whole lot more back then. He had started to get Strange up and running, so he was getting new people in. Yeah, so there was all these little things that were kind of pulling me away from the Juggalo world. And then, like I said, that defining moment at the gathering when I yelled out to Jay. Like, that broke my bubble. I yelled out to Jay. I was like, hey, Jay, dance for us. And it was when he was dancing all the time and shit.
Yeah, doing like
and then
Michael Jackson.
He
and
was
shit.
like, you dance, motherfucker. Like, it's a funny-ass story.
Where
looking
were you
back.
at?
That's funny.
But that was, like, at the end of my Juggalo era, and I remember thinking, like, fuck you, bro. You know?
Oh,
like,
no.
you're like,
Where were
and
you- where were you at?
Huh? It was at the gathering.
Oh,
It was
okay.
my last gathering.
You did.
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
05.
That's
06.
Something like that. Yeah. Like, I don't
Well,
remember
you
the
went
year.
to those 6-1, right?
Yeah. Like, it was.
Where we snuck in.
Yeah, that was the one that everyone snuck in there. That was the last one.
We performed there too.
No. Yeah.
was
Right.
the one we
Yeah, that
performed
was the
at.
one we performed
Yeah.
at with the striped shirts. Yep. I remember right.
I was trying to. I can't read this fucking thing.
But yeah, he was like, "You dance, motherfucker." And then that was like it was almost like I said, popping the bubble. I was like, "Oh shit, this is just a regular dude." Like,
This guy's
I
just kind of
idolize
an
this guy
asshole.
like
Yeah.
a god. Yeah, and he's just a regular old dude.
Yeah.
He doesn't like, because I mean, that's really, you almost looked at them as like infallible, like me. I looked at them
Yeah.
almost like infallible leaders, like, oh, they love us, and like we're a big family, and we're all together. And like, this is like Uncle Jay and Shaggy.
Like you would
know, like-
envision him to come over like, yes, I'll dance. For
Yeah,
you.
or like I'd be like dancing, he'd be like, and then he would do like a moonwalk or something, and everybody would be like, yeah, like that was like in my head, and instead it was like, you dance, motherfucker,
you're
and
just
I was
kinda
like
Oh, he's not the
yeah.
cool uncle
and then
anymore.
like everyone turned and like kind of laughed in my expense, and then like not a big deal if it's like a group of
Oh, no.
15 people. When it's a group of 120
Yeah.
people like turning
Oh, yeah,
like,
that hurts.
yeah, and instantly I was just like, oh shit, this is just normal people, and I just
Yeah.
made a fool of myself. You know what I mean? And granted, like it was a whack thing. Like you don't have to dance for nobody. He ain't a fucking monkey. I get that, but like. It was just that was the moment for me that the
You thought-
illusion, the mirage
Yeah.
ended. You know what I mean?
I don't know
the
what-
perfection in the world that I lived in.
Why
ended.
they don't.
That's
talk
how I
about
felt
it,
when
but-
JD Madrox yelled at me.
Yeah. But like Hell's Pit, they say it was like some of like their darkest times.
Yeah.
Ironically,
True.
with that Hell's Pit, I heard they didn't even want to release it, but they felt obligated.
Well,
to,
they had to
yeah.
get.
and then he started getting big again after that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like
Started
the
getting
beginning.
big
And that's
again.
what I'm saying. That was like the
Yeah.
beginning and the end, because once he got big, that's when I started hearing about him taking pills, and you
Yeah.
started seeing recordings of him where he'd be like, talk. You gotta tell him, Shaggy, man. You gotta tell him, man. And he'd be like, almost like falling asleep, and
Damn.
that's where he got like blah blah. And then I started seeing like shit, because I always kept a distant eye on the world, and then I started seeing that shit about Blase Rose came around, and then I'm like, and then from there
that
it
was-
got worse and worse and worse, and like
That was set like 2016 up until it was still kind of going, but around like 2015 was when it started to get bad again.
yeah, absolutely, yeah, because that was when I saw like the sharp,
Yeah,
like
'cause it-
like from there on, like it got it sharp down for Jay. Now
Yeah.
Shaggy, I feel like has just gotten better and
Hey,
better over time. I really do feel that.
commenter Alzy Salamander. She says you should have danced.
You said what now?
She said you should have danced.
Should have danced. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you should have twerked
Yeah.
on Jay.
True, you're right.
You
Yeah,
could
I
have fucking
agree.
done it, bro.
You should have been
I
like,
agree.
"You want me to
I agree.
dance? You want me to dance?"
I
Jumped
agree.
over the gate and just
Yeah,
went
he's
in
like,
there
"You
and-
dance, motherfucker." I should have been like, "Straight."
You just dance battled Jay.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that's a genius idea because then the crowd would have been like, "Yo,
Yeah.
go,
Yep,
go!"
yep.
You know.
Yeah.
But
Jay
I think
probably
it
would've
was
jumped
just,
in.
I think it was just the you know, the way he said it. If he would have been like, "Shit, you dance first, motherfucker,"
Yeah,
I'd have
yeah,
been
I
like,
feel it.
"Oh, okay," you know. But he was like, "You dance, motherfucker!"
Oh.
Like he was just like salty as fuck. So I think that, hey, for all I know, maybe he was a little zooted. But yeah, that was like, and like I said, like looking back at it as an adult, like he didn't owe me shit. Like
Yeah.
you know, just like. He had every right to be like, "No, I don't want to dance. I'm not your
Yeah.
fucking monkey." You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
of
I'm out here to
course.
say what's up to you. I'm gonna go back in my trailer and get a blowjob or
Bro,
whatever. But
Check this out. I found this Hatchet History on Instagram. Posted this Wraith flyer. Really, this is like what they handed out to like record stores and shit.
oh, that's fire.
Well, the reason I wanted to bring it up is because it has y'all ain't gonna be able to read it here. Let me make it bigger for you. But
that's what she said.
and we're covering it up, so you ain't
I
gonna be.
saw
able
this
to read
in
it anyway.
DC's server. Somebody brought it up. It has like a different track listing.
Yes.
right?
So yes,
Yeah.
look at this track listing. It's wild. Like you can read it over here. Here, I'll pull it up bigger for us.
Chicago?
Look.
Oh no.
It has these songs. All right. So it's intro to the light. The next song was just called Welcome.
Huh.
Then Get Your Wicked On.
Crazy.
Hold on. What was? How is this compared to the real one? Hold on. Let me pull it up.
The pain, the rain.
Yeah, the pain and the rain. Hold on. Let's
Yeah,
pull it
yeah.
up
There's
over
gonna be
here.
a unique layout here. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Walk into the light. Intro to the light. Welcome to the show instead of welcome. Get your wicked on instead of get your wicked on. Murder rap stayed the same. Birthday turned into birthday bitches. Blam turned into blam. It rains diamonds / bitch slap.
Yeah, that's
turned
that's
into
still
It
the
Rains
end.
Diamonds. Yeah, hell yeah.
Love that song.
Yeah.
The staleness turned into or was the pain.
Wait. So the staleness was the pain.
Yep, and then Hell's forecast was the rain. Homies turned into Juggalo homies. Then you had Ain't Yo Business. Used to be called, what was that?
Maybe?
Maybe and Super.
Well, it does have that super villains making a superhero killing. Fuck your feelings. That
yeah.
Eshant, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
I think okay.
Yeah. We belong instead of you belong. See, it used to be you belong. And then, Cotton Candy and Popsicles used to be called Joker and the Juggler.
No, there's no
And
way.
Let
So
Me Go.
here's where it
See,
falls
okay,
apart.
Yeah, this
would've
is where it
been.
falls apart. Yeah.
Because look, this track listing only has 15 songs on it too.
Yeah, right. So the Joker and the Juggler, that didn't make it, apparently. That got cut out. Same with Let Me Go. Damn, Tina.
So the old track listing went Maybe, which was Ain't Your Business, You Belong, Joker and the Juggler, The Wraith, and then The Unveiling. So the Raven's Mirror, which one do you think that would have been? Joker and the Juggler, maybe? Because Violent J does come in on that song. He's like, it's the Joker, it's
Yeah.
the Juggler.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
so
then
the
it-
Raven's Mirror must have been.
And then it cuts to that like other
Let-
part
the
of the
Let
song,
Me
that
Go.
Yeah.
breakdown where he's
I wonder if I wonder if they were like in the editing room and they were like, "Oh shit!" And Shaggy's like, "What's up, Jay?" And he's like, "I just realized we haven't had any songs about the bird on his shoulder.
oh yeah.
Fuck, we haven't even addressed that. Why's he got a bird on his shoulder, Shaggy?" And you know,
Yeah,
I don't know why my voice sounds more like Madrox, but
it's okay. We get it.
I don't do a good Jay. Yeah, maybe I.
Yeah. Yeah, Shaggy, we do.
All right.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Shout out to Keezy and Carver over at Deck One Delt Podcast.
Thanks, Shaggy.
Thanks, Shags.
Appreciate that.
for that.
Thanks,
You're
man.
welcome.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah, we need to isolate the other one, too.
Thanks, Shags.
Yeah, that's cool. Man, all around, great album. Fucking end of an era, beginning of a new one.
Right.
With the Mike P. At the beginning of the Mike P era.
I want him to do another full album. I know we're like, we went Kuma and Mikey Clark, but I want another. Like after listening to this multiple times this week, I'm like, we need another just Mike P.
I would love a
Yeah.
Mike P
Just him.
album.
It doesn't have to be Joker's card.
What if
just-
Mike P just steps in for the 6th again and just does the 6th?
I think
That'd be
Kuma and
crazy.
Mikey Clark will never talk to them again.
That would be crazy.
But I might be okay with that.
Yeah.
I-
Dude, with the,
I don't know.
With as much as Mikey Clark's been around, he has to be doing
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, he's got to be.
Dude, like, they're fucking with Mikey Clark again. You know that? Like, heavily.
Really? Like, doing shit with him again?
He produced their whole, except for like a track on their last EP, he produced the whole thing.
Dude, if
It was
if,
fire too.
It's great.
if he produces a Shaggy solo album, I'll be listening to that
That'd
shit.
be
Dude,
sweet.
That would be sweet, too.
That would be dope.
Just saying, like, not a fan of Jay right now. I mean, hey, if he, I just like, I've heard some of the modern stuff, and I think Shaggy's gotten better and better over time.
Yeah.
I don't feel the same about
But
you.
Shaggy's got one of the best verses on Bedlam, I think.
Yeah.
He's got more.
Shaggy
he's got,
still spits a lot of shit where I'm like, man,
He's just getting
killing it.
better.
Yeah, he's
But
got
yeah,
some-
Shaggy, Jay, I feel like hit that like kind of turning point, and
Jay-
it's not as
Jay,
not as good.
he has his moments, but he's very experimental these days. Like to kind of like, I mean, he's not like, it's not like he's worse necessarily, but he's just trying so much different shit, and a
He's
lot
really
of it doesn't stick.
different now, and his
Yeah, that's true.
voice
That's
is
fair.
different.
Voice is the most weirdest thing, but
I feel like when I hear his verses, it sounds like he just writes them in 15 minutes. Like,
Yeah,
just like
I get
speed
that vibe.
writes.
He's
like,
not as
"All right, I'm
creative.
done here."
Yeah.
So
He doesn't spend as much time on the structuring of his songs, so it doesn't have that same melody. Especially now that we're talking about the Wraith, I think this was his pinnacle, where he
Yeah.
was really leaning into the melodies of like almost doing like a rock and roll, and that's where Jay shines when he's doing more like in your face,
yeah,
when he's
chanting
like-
and things like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Melody
like we're hearing right
chanting.
here actually,
And
on
and
that
a
Ray
Wizard
Diamonds.
of the Hood, he was in the same groove on that
Yeah,
one.
exactly. And when he's doing the melodies, that's when he is at his pinnacle. That's when
Yeah.
Jay's shit is like, mwah, like chef's kiss.
Yeah.
And Shaggy is at his best when he's just spitting. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think that's their two strengths. Jay lately has just been writing quick verses. That's how it sounds to me.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like his passion's not there like it was. I'd really like to see him start doing more of that like rock stuff more and more.
Yeah.
I don't know, because like just the stuff that I'm hearing lately is just
Check out Bedlam.
Yeah.
I'd say check out Bedlam. You might
It
be
is
surprised
a good,
on that.
It's a
one.
good mix of stuff.
Yeah.
okay.
And Pug Ugly was really good.
yeah.
There is 2 new songs that Jay put out. Since we're on the topic,
Oh shit! I haven't even listened to
I
them.
haven't
do you,
listened
do
to
you
him
want
either.
to fuck around with them?
We can
and
listen to them and give our live reviews.
I've heard them both.
Okay.
I
All
haven't.
right. Have
Jay's
you,
new songs?
We know you have. So, Hollow Wicked, the Hollow Wicked single. Correct me if I'm wrong, but from my understanding is they released 2 or on Bloody Sunday they gave a single,
Yeah.
and on Hollow Wicked they gave a single, and they were
Yeah.
both Violent J solo songs off of his upcoming solo album.
On Black Friday,
Which
he's
is
releasing a solo album.
He's making
Yeah.
a solo album. So what the hell happened to Walking Home, and why did the seed not get dropped? What
Yeah.
the fuck is?
That's all.
Nobody
There's so
confusing.
many
knows.
questions I have.
If any juggalos listening or watching knows, like, drop some knowledge because we don't know what's going on with Woe.
I've heard with Walking Home they wanted to do vinyls.
Vinyls couldn't get impressed.
And there's still the supply chain is still fucked from
Okay.
that. So that's the theory with that. Whoa, nobody said anything, and that's been the most frustrating part. Just no communication.
Because
Like,
Shaggy
make a
said it was
statement
still
or something.
dropping at Hollow Wicked.
Yeah, he said on the podcast.
Here's my understanding. Like, bro, like releasing your music, I would assume is a pretty top priority as a fucking music artist.
Yeah, you would think.
So,
You would
especially
think.
for like the end of a Joker's card.
so how do you just flippantly like not know when your music is dropping?
This is what I'm thinking happened. This just
The podcast saying
I
it's
think
coming
it's
out.
coincidence because they weren't at Hella Wicked, and then that incidents happened after Hella Wicked.
Sure.
So I was thinking the same thing, but I don't think they're related.
But
at
you're
all.
saying there's more
Like,
more shit happening.
stress on the
I'm
company.
thinking
and
maybe
them,
Jay
maybe.
is putting stress on the company. Jay and the things that are going on with him are putting stress on the company, and maybe Mikey Clark and Shaggy are getting they're at odds with them at this moment, and they just weren't able to finish the shit.
I mean, that's purely speculation.
And is like communicate. Just let us know what's happening, and people won't get mad. Somebody said something about them being available in 2 weeks on the store,
Yeah.
but no official word is my issue.
Sorry, it looks like we lost the stream for a second, but we're back. Sorry, y'all.
Oh no.
I don't know what happened.
I just like I said, I just know a lot of times when they don't get things done is a lot of it's probably personal shit. They just can't get the shit done.
I'm
But
sure.
like I said,
of course,
Speculations.
of course.
Thank you, E40.
Speculation.
Justin Manny said, "I heard they couldn't clear samples of Jay's mom in time." That might be true. That might
Damn.
be true.
She was busy. That
by the
day.
way, Jay, if you're listening, I know you're going through a hard time right now.
Pay your mom.
Go visit your mom. Stay if you have to. Go stay with your mom for a few weeks and just check out and just get back to where get back to your center. Center yourself.
Yeah.
Go visit mom. I mean, maybe you do. I don't know, but you just let some of the shit go, man. And you know, I know you're going through some shit, but
Preach.
I know you're listening. Just
Yeah.
you know, do your thing, man. You got it.
Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself, man.
Yeah.
Don't let these people get you down.
I didn't mean anything real negative about when you hurt my feelings or whatever. Like, you know.
Now we're good. We've gone in on Jay many times.
Yeah, you know, you want to send me like a care package or something to apologize. I'd be cool with that.
No, we
Maybe I'll
know
buy a new album.
we know Jay watches because we just have a feeling in our Juggalo hearts.
In your Juggalo hearts.
That dark cardinal magic. It
Yep.
just speaks to us. He's
Exactly.
got his eyes on everything.
And he pays attention. It's like how Trump talks to Q. That's how we talk to Jay. Jay is our Q.
Jay.
We
Jay Anon.
We get messages from him. We hear you, Jay. We see what you want us to do. We will. We will follow your instructions.
Like you have like mass Juggalo conspiracies that you follow. Like
Yes.
you're like,
Fuck your
oh,
wife, Custer."
just so you guys know, I know you guys watched the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. Okay, yeah. The poop on the bed. That was Madrox's poop.
Oh shit.
We joke, but there's probably people like that.
That's Madrox's poop, and they're going to do an analysis on it, and it's going to come out that was Madrox that pooped on the bed, and not only that, he's the one who pooped on Psychopathic.
Oh.
What?
Yeah,
Was Amber Heard? Amber Heard was Johnny Depp's wife.
Yeah.
I think
But I'll fuck your wife, Custer.
Oh no.
Wait, I love how you had that button probably for months, and you're like, I'll never get to use this, and then that happened. You're like, here it fucking is. Here it is. Someone finally said the word wife.
Time to shine.
Oh, we need to make
Here
a
it goes. Let's break this shit out.
That's so funny. Oh man. All right. What else?
why?
So Justin Manning, I guess, didn't hear.
No, we did. We did mention Laney.
So-
rest in peace.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Rip
That's
Laney.
very sad.
That's a crazy. That is nuts, dude.
That is a crazy story.
I mean, there was some wild speculation.
absolutely.
Yeah,
crazy
people
story.
are pointing fingers and stuff, but it was just.
I saw disgusting.
It was gross.
like comments about like blaming Violent J and shit. Like y'all are. I should fucking pull up those tweets and literally call those people out by name. 'cause
blaming.
it's disgusting.
If they if you can't
Like, wait a week.
It's nobody's fault if they're both
But
consenting drug
Keep it real, wait a
users. I
week.
mean,
But yeah, so it was an overdose of her
prescription
her
medicine.
prescription medication for her mental health.
and this is what her family released, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so her family. I'll give credit to all the juggalos who, when they find information or they want to, they find it. Her family posted stuff on Facebook, and it was really sweet. I saw a lot of juggalos in there, like offering their condolences.
Oh yeah.
So that was really cool. But she was, a big member of the community. She was also made masks and worked on. Did you guys know she worked on Lil Nas X's Montero?
No.
I did not
She
know
did
that.
his makeup for that.
Wow.
Oh,
Really?
shit.
Yeah. She wasn't
Damn.
just. She was actually like
That's sweet.
big behind the scenes for the music industry and
Oh,
shit like
shit.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, there was other
Damn,
news
that
outlets
sucks.
talking about it besides Juggalo.
Yeah, she was big in like the mask community too. She made masks for Slipknot. She made Sid
Wow.
Wilson's mask
Oh shit. The
for "We Are Not Your Kind." He did the animatronic
electrical
one.
or
Yeah,
the
it was
electric
his
one that
face.
like changes or it's like
Shit.
his face zoomed in like
Yeah.
all weird looking.
Yeah, she
I know
made
you're
that.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I think she made
Yeah,
Corey's
she
mask.
was super
Really?
talented.
Shit.
Yeah,
Oh hell yeah.
yeah. So,
Like now he has that. Doesn't Corey have like that little circle?
yeah, that
thing
mask is
going on?
dope. I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
who
it's-
made that, but that's
yeah.
that one's sweet. But yeah, rest in peace to her because she was awesome, not just for juggalos, but she all sorts of stuff.
Hell yeah, man. That's whack.
You know,
And
I'm,
it was.
I'm just
And
hoping.
that's what's shitty is it was like over drugs, but not even like
It
narcotics.
makes, everybody's
was-
like, oh, she's back on pills, but it was the stuff she was supposed to take.
Yeah,
to
she
be
just
normal.
took too much of it.
Yeah, she had a panic
I mean,
attack.
sometimes
and
that shit
freaked
like,
out.
overdid it. Yeah, that's
man.
sad.
That's. It's almost sometimes you would rather hear them. Oh, they got a bad batch of heroin.
Dude,
Yeah,
I've had,
Overdosing on your own prescribed pills is fucking scary, dude. That
like,
shit's
anxiety is fucking horrifying.
That shit
it
is like-
affects you
how-
like
Your mental health is one of the biggest things that kills people.
yeah,
Nobody
people don't
talks
talk about it. Yeah,
When
because
you
it's,
can
it's taboo and like you feel like you're burdening somebody, souring the mood, whatever, by bringing
Exactly,
it up.
yeah.
But like we
It's
need to be
almost-
comfortable talking about.
to
that
me,
shit.
it's almost worse to hear about that than it would be
Yeah,
doing
I
heroin.
was sad. I was like, oh, that sucks. She was like back on drugs, and I read the post, and I was like, oh fuck, that's even worse.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man.
Because you think that's what's supposed to help you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and especially when you're in the midst of a panic attack and like you're feeling like you're dying anyway. your first instinct is you just want to stop that panic. You just want to quit that feeling of death. So yeah, you'll like she wasn't doing it. I guarantee in a way to like kill herself. Like she was doing it because in her mind, this is such a bad panic attack.
Yeah,
I need a lot of relief. You know what I mean?
She was at Hollow Wicked and just
who knows
freaked
if
out.
it was something like Xanax? Because if you have, I don't have to take anything like for immediate panic attacks. I can just take some Prozac and that kind of keeps me level. But I know some people have really severe panic attacks, and then you have to take medication that kind of helps with that. And I'm guessing that's probably what she would have been taking, something like a Xanax or something like that.
Look, there's this.
Panic
Listen,
attacks.
listen to this fucking shit. This guy said. He said, "This is a guy named Blue." I had to pull it up here because I forgot his user. Blue Shabadoose, a cat of a different color. He said somebody posted this picture of Lainey, like her obituary picture. Somebody said, "What happened?" And this guy said, "Fuck that fat piece of drug-addled shit. It's his fault." And then he said, Lainey was found dead on Halloween night. And then he said, somebody said, "I thought they only did weed." And this Blue Shabadoose says, he doesn't only do weed. Nor does Becky, which is Blase Rose. I don't know what they're talking about.
Wait, you said the guy's name was Blue Shabadooch?
Yeah.
Douche? Blue Shaggy Douche?
Blue,
Blue
Shabadoose.
Blue Shabby Douche.
Yes.
Gotcha. All right. Blue Shabby Douche. Shout out.
Then he said he doesn't only do weed, nor does Becky. Jay didn't give her drugs. She's the one she gets drugs for. He's the one she gets drugs for, as do others. I'm not going to speak further on it, but there's so much more here. She didn't deserve this. From Twiggy to now, she's been in hell. She's finally at peace. Anyways, that guy
been in hell?
He implies that at one point that Jay like killed her. He also says, "I will tell you this: Paul Metric, aka Monoxide, had sex with a 14-year-old girl and forced her to abort it." He threw that in one of these tweets. This guy is a real son of a bitch, slandering motherfuckers like this, by the way.
Fuck that guy.
Blue Shabadoose said this.
Kinda,
not me.
you kind of, if you have like big claims like that, you kind of need to have a little bit of evidence.
Exactly.
They'll just tell you to research it
big-
and not give you any actual sources.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Research it.
Do your research.
Yeah. Do your research, sheep.
Show me your research, bitch.
Yeah.
He said she was doing so
I
much
do
better
my
until
research.
Joe Bruce waddled into her life. Don't speak on shit you don't know.
He's skinny now. That's rude as hell.
Yeah. That guy's a real son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That's why her family had to make the statement like, "Hey, this is serious. People need to not be saying shit that they have no business saying."
Yeah. It's fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
I would say just try to keep. I mean, this is a pretty dark cloud over the not necessarily the fan base, but ICP themselves. Because I know Shaggy's wife has been kind of going back and forth, posting up stuff, and there's been some some attitude conflicts and fighting going on between her and Becky from what I saw.
Yeah, so I don't know if any juggalos could shed light on that because I'm totally out of the loop on that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how Blase phases into this, or
Right.
there's some shit you mentioned with Shaggy and Renee and her. Like,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
I don't know.
man?
All I know is there's some shit going on, and to me it sounds like conflict. You got to think Shaggy and his wife. Are they having arguments with Jay going on, and then she passes away? So I would just try to keep a positive mindset about all this. Don't feed into the bullshit.
Yeah.
Just kind of let this play out. Let Jay mourn. Let these people, do what they need to do to get past this, because this shit sucks, dude.
Yeah. Right.
Literally your girlfriend passing away, at a big event, one of your biggest events.
Not a
know
good
what I
look.
mean? And then now you're getting, and then he's seeing.
Yeah,
this
you got to
shit.
give it some time. Like, if you want to say talk your shit. I mean, that's what the internet's for. You can talk shit with no consequence, but at least give it a week, man. Or not a week, but give it some time.
Yeah, it was like a day after it happened. This is all just last week.
Yeah.
I mean, Jay's got to deal with this death, and he's got to deal with the fact that he's, I'm not. It's speculation, but if he's back on, if he's back on the addiction train again, the Gathering he seemed okay, but if he's back on this, he's got to deal with the addictions. He's got to deal with this death. He's got to deal with people blaming him for it and shit.
Yeah, I know,
This
man.
could fucking crush.
He's already got issues, and then that happens, and like God knows, like what
Yeah.
now juggalos, apparent juggalos are saying shit like
is
this.
Shaggy's wife because I see Pest said Shaggy's wife is a G. Is Shaggy's wife like in the scene? Does she have like a juggalo name and all that stuff? Like, because I know
her
most
name-
of Jay's girls are like kind of like in the Juggalo scene. They're almost like Juggalo.
I think since Shaggy has been doing that podcast,
Yeah.
she has started to, come out more and more.
Got ya.
And she does
Does
seem
she have
like
a name or whatever, like a Juggalo?
They call her Lucha Renee.
Lucha Renee.
Lucha Renee. Okay, cool. Got it.
And she does seem like a pretty cool girl. She
Yeah.
seems pretty. I mean, she keeps Shaggy in check. And,
Oh,
you know.
on Laney's obituary page, they planted 5 trees in her honor.
Oh, okay. Should have done 6.
17.
I know.
Should have just done 17. No, we should have done 665.
Yeah, that would have been great.
But
Stay blessed.
But yeah, this type of shit would crush a normal man. So, I mean, you Jay's gonna get past this. I fucking hope.
Yeah.
I really do.
Right.
Same, man.
Yeah, I think
It's rough.
hopefully he will, man. Because I know ever since the pills, I've definitely been seeing like a sharp decline in them. And I think it really started with COVID because you got to think that was a big hit to them too. Like that, smacked their income like big time because they were road dogs. Like they'd hit the road, sell merch on the road, do their shows. That's where they made their
toured
bank.
since. That's why they did the podcast.
Nope.
Yeah,
His
'cause,
heart-
and then after that, like his heart shortly
His
after
heart
that,
issue,
went bad. But like I'm not trying to speculate, especially because I'm not even in the fucking scene. But like it almost seems like he started taking the pills, and then shortly after that, he started having the heart issues. So it's like. I don't want to say that the pills attributed to that, but like an active guy like him, even being overweight his whole life, like he's been pretty active on the road and on stage. Like that's not a sleeper job. Like for an hour, you're really going at it. And I just feel like that might have contributed to it because I feel like if COVID didn't happen, maybe we wouldn't have seen as sharp of a fall for him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean that had an effect on everybody's mental health, dude.
Oh yeah.
We were talking
I
about
think
mental
he
health
took it-
before the show. Like, I mean, COVID royally fucked it up for
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I mean, let alone people who already were struggling. Like that. It's rough. And then shit like this happens.
I don't
Like,
think I've ever had a panic attack until after.
Yeah.
I've never had a panic attack, like a serious one where I thought I was gonna die type shit until
Yeah.
COVID.
I mean, I just had like a existential crisis. Started going to therapy and shit after COVID.
Yeah.
but I think all of us had our own shit. So
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So-
we gotta be able to talk about it.
So
what a time to be a therapist. You're probably fucking banking.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all booked.
Yeah, I feel like as a therapist, like that has to be a heavy burden, like too, like hearing everybody else's shit and then also having to deal with your own shit.
Oh yeah.
Good luck.
I talked to a therapist one time since COVID.
Yeah. Didn't work out. No.
Didn't do nothing. For
I found therapy doesn't do shit for me. Counselors help a lot.
Yeah.
Like if I have somebody
the
who's just therapy, I found.
I use them like those words interchangeably.
I think
Well,
counselors
now
help you do things. They actually,
with a therapist,
they actually direct you to do shit.
Therapists' main goals, whenever I go and talk to a therapist, which I've done maybe 5 or 6 times, they mainly listen. Their main thing is they want you to unvent on them, and then they make suggestions. They say, have you ever thought that maybe this was because of this? And then you're like, oh, well, yeah, I guess maybe that would make sense. And they're like, yeah, okay, this is great. We'll talk next week.
Yeah.
And that's like, it's very short. While with a counselor, it tends to be more like you'll say, oh, I'm doing this right there. Do you really think that's a good idea? I mean, that doesn't sound like that's going to help your life a whole lot. And you'll say, oh, well, I mean, I did it because of this, this, and this. Well, I don't know. Like, maybe you should try doing this, this, and this. It's found to be successful. They give you more advice.
I mean, my experience, I think that it's pretty interchangeable. I think it's just a style difference.
Yeah, maybe.
Honestly,
maybe.
but
It could depend
But
on the
anytime I
actual
talk to
person that you're
counselors,
with.
like every time I've talked to a counselor,
it's
they tend to be
degrees,
more.
too.
Yeah, they tend to help. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, a
They tend
therapist
to
has
help.
to have
And a
higher
therapist tends to
degree.
just listen
Yeah.
to your shit and kind of give you medication at the end. Like they're like, okay, well, here's what's going on. Here's some medication. Like I find more luck getting medication through a psychiatrist, but I have more luck getting. I think it's more productive to talk to a counselor. Just in my yeah.
well, psychiatrists, that is different. Those are the motherfuckers that prescribe pills. Like my therapist doesn't prescribe pills, but she's still like a therapist. But like I said, I use the word interchangeably. So I don't know shit, I guess, but nevertheless,
I mean, they might be interchangeable. It's
Isn't
just like
there-
in my experience, like anytime they've been called a counselor, I tend to have more of a back and forth.
I see.
And anytime it's a psychiatrist, I tend to just be. They're asking more questions, like, okay, well, what happened here?
Yeah.
Okay, well, how do you feel? What happened there?
Isn't therapist spelled the rapist?
yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
another one of those back burner buttons.
All right. Are we done talking about the Wraith?
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
Laney.
The Wraith is the Wraith, man. Come on now. Laney's with the Wraith. You know, Shangri-La, baby. She's got it, man. She's
Rip.
good to go. She's
Rest
good to
in
go.
paradise.
She's good to go. Let's worry about the people who are still alive here.
Here
worry
we go.
about Jay.
Here we go. Counselors, I looked it up on Google. Counselors tend to offer short-term care, while therapists tend to offer long-term care.
Interesting.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, so all you
to the
hell
yum
pit,
yummies.
so all you hell pit heads out there,
Hell pit.
you guys are fucked up. Shangri-La's where it's at. Always will be. Always has been. Hell's Pit.
What's
sucks.
wrong with you? Why do you hurt animals?
Yeah.
What?
Hell's Pit. That's where you're gonna rot. That's where you're gonna stay. I want to be in
Why
Shangri-La.
Why do you
I
sell
always love
drugs? Why do you sell drugs? Why do you beat your wives? Why do you do that, Hell's Pit lovers?
it. Hell's Pit lover. You Hell's Pit lovers.
That's my question. Why do you steal from old people? It's a logical question.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they should have called this album Yum Yum's Lore, because this has a bunch of the lore.
That is
The
true.
actual album didn't have as much.
Oh, you
of.
know one thing too is Laney was Yum Yum.
Yes.
She
She was on the
she
intro
was
of
Yum
Bedlam.
Yum?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was on the intro of Yum Yum's Bedlam.
Yeah, she played the voice of Yum Yum. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. So
Yeah.
damn. So it's like Yum Yum Pass.
Yeah.
I mean, Laney was the reason why Yum Yum Bedlam got made, basically.
She's probably inspiration for the makeup
Yeah,
and everything.
She was the inspiration for the entire Joker's card.
Oh shit.
Speculate. It's what I think. But
Speculation.
There's a lot of evidence pointing to it.
Yeah. So yeah, this album, when it came out, we had just started the show. Like within. No, let me rephrase that because this came out
This
in
is like
2020.
2020, yeah.
This might have even been 2021 because that's when Yum Yum came out. Just 2021. This was February 2021. So let me go back.
All the dates are kind
We
of
started,
foggy.
we started 19.
This
or
says
20.
2021.
Okay,
we
then,
started
yeah.
in 19.
Yeah, okay.
We took long breaks and shit.
Yeah, this was kind of before you guys had a consistent thing going.
So I don't know what the reason was that we skipped it. It might have just been in one of our breaks.
DC Fago guy has corrected and said Blase was. Jay said so himself. Really? Blase?
She wasn't even credited on that though.
What the fuck? So
Or maybe the inspiration. Is that what he's saying?
So Laney played the voice of Yum Yum, but the inspiration of the Joker's card was Blase. So maybe the idea came up when he was with Blase, and then he
Oh.
just kind of gave it to Laney.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's crazy.
Nevertheless,
Both their names are in the credit of the Yum Yum Bedlam booklet.
yeah.
Okay.
It also has on the Yum Yum track. He credits La Tigra or the Lady Tigra from
So,
some like
yeah.
old school rap girl group.
The first couple lines are hers, and then the part where the plant opens up and then she's monologuing, it switches to the other girl.
Okay.
So Laney starts
Wait, let's
and
just
it switches. Yeah.
Let's go listen to it.
You know what? I'm gonna. To me, Yum Yum is Laney.
I agree.
It can be Blase. I mean, if that's where it came from, cool. But I'm always gonna look at it as Laney.
Maybe that's why it has 3 little flowers. It's like 3 of his hoes.
Those are hers.
That's his 3 hoes. You know what I'm saying? One of them represents Laney, one of them represents Blase, and one represents Sugar Snap or whatever her name is.
Sugar Snap.
Whatever her name is.
Probably is. Oh shit, dude.
And then all 3 combined to make Yum Yum.
I think this intro is really cool. It's growing on me.
I like it.
Yeah.
I was just bumping Yum Yum in my car like last week.
I always have it in my car if I'm
Good
not
shit, man.
listening to anything special.
Here we go. Listen to the voice.
I don't think I
Let's
can
see.
do it. I never liked it.
It sounds.
So that's Laney, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what the 3 little petals are. That's the 3 women. I'm telling you. See? This is the stupid ass. This is the this little number. I do like that and it's yummy.
And
So
then
that
it's-
was a different girl than the next person?
I think
so. Which
so.
one was the Lady Tigra?
Her. This
Okay.
one now, I think is her.
Is Lady Tigra?
Yeah.
Okay.
From my understanding, that's
Okay.
the case, yeah.
I looked her up. I was like, who the fuck's the Lady Tigra? I
She had
looked-
some like 80s rap group, right?
Yeah. They had a hit or two.
Yeah. I
You know
think
what? DC Fago guy, maybe Jay wishes he avoided those women secretly. No, that's not really, no. No, Jay loves, that's one thing about Jay's hoes. Jay seems to love
I
his
think what he
hoes.
wants in life and the concepts he makes up are not always what he follows, though.
Justin Manny, that's a good one. Jay's mom. Jay's mom is Yum Yum.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. Jay's mom's got to
And
be the sixth.
While they're chanting the name, I think all three of them are saying it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you mean all three of them being blase?
Oh, well, I was saying on the intro, they were all saying Yum Yum Bedlam at the same time.
But you said all three.
The Tigra girl, Jay, and Lainey.
Oh, I see.
On the
Okay.
song.
I see.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, yeah, that's very interesting. I didn't realize that.
Yep.
All right, rip.
Yep.
Rippy.
All right, so this first song is Bewitching.
Not a witching.
This, you know what? Like, here's what I was getting at. We didn't go through this album. One, I think we were on a break, but two, like,
Yeah.
well, the reason we never even really discussed it is because, to be quite frank, speaking for myself, I don't really like it.
I like some of it.
It's just
yeah, I feel it.
okay. It's not horrible. It's not like I'd rather listen to this than The Calm.
I don't know about that.
What's
I
this
kinda
side
like
of the
calm.
What's this side of the table think?
I don't like it.
You don't like it? Oh, shit.
I like a handful of songs on it, and I'm glad it came out because then I think Yum Yum Bedlam was better for it because this was what it was going to be, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Because
Because several of these songs definitely were cutting room Yum Yum songs, right?
Yeah, while they were working on it. The theory is this is what it was going to be, and then their producers left because it kept getting delayed.
Because it was
and
supposed
then
to come out Christmas.
Yeah, this
on
was
2020.
This was supposed to be the full album. It got delayed. This came out. The full album kept getting delayed, and then
Yes.
it came out. So a lot of people think this is what Yum Yum Bedlam was going to be. Then they had to change a bunch of stuff, so they released this, and this is kind of what like the precursor to what the album was going to be.
This is like Yum Yum's Forgotten Freshness, if you ask me.
That's why this and Loyalty are kind of like, here's what the card does,
Yeah.
and then Yum Yum's Bedlam.
The only card that does that is Don't Touch That, or the only song is Don't Touch That Flower
Yeah.
that even fits the
Yeah.
lore.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I guess Queen's kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Here it is.
I think overall,
Oh, shit.
all these songs, Shaggy is the shining star.
You think so?
I
Not
think
kidding.
so.
Not kidding at all. I thought that E40 was actually on this song, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "Oh man, this thing took a left quick."
This song's okay. This song's
I like this song.
I was going to look up Discogs and see what the production was. See if it has it.
I think Jay is subpar on this song, but Shaggy fucking kills it on.
That's
this
what,
song.
yeah. Anything that Shaggy's way good on all the songs he's on this album. Candyman is one of my favorite SCP songs because Shaggy's so good on that. Just throw that out there.
Interesting. They look. In Yum Yum's lore. They had a little ad for their Patreon. That's kind of cool. And it shows all their shows. Interesting.
66.50.
Do they still pimp out customclownclips.com?
665.
I think they just moved to,
Cameo.
yeah, I haven't heard anything about that.
Look at fucking Moon Glorious. He's $300.
For Moon Gloria, just because he has to go in his closet and pull the box out. He's like,
He has to go undo his face paint.
He's like,
repaint
I gotta
it.
walk upstairs and pull the box out of the closet. That's gonna be an extra $100.
Oh, that's funny, man.
right, yeah, 135. He's always got the Violent J face. He probably has a fucking sticker he can put on his face with the Violent J.
Oh, look, first Clownhead was supposed to come in January 2021.
That's another thing they just haven't brought up.
It's a clown head.
All right, so they talked about this in one of the Patreon
God.
streams. They're doing these paintings. There were supposed to be like 17 of them.
13.
13 of
For
them.
some reason, they didn't go 17. There's 13. Yeah.
But Violent J and Shaggy were each painting some, and they were infusing some of their blood into the paintings as well.
And each one was supposed to have the color red. And each one was going to have dirt from Picker Forest.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And was each one supposed to have its own album, or it was
A
supposed
single.
it was supposed to come with its own single?
Yeah.
And
Did you say blood?
yes. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's all crazy. Okay. But yeah, they never
Okay,
came out.
you know.
On this album, the final song on this album is a song talking about these and laying it out, and they never even released it.
Wasn't
what
there-
the
Not
hell's
even
going
one.
on with it?
It wasn't there supposed to be dirt?
Yeah, that's what he said. Dirt from Picker Forest.
Dirt from Picker Forest.
Here's Shaggy
What is
killing
Picker Forest?
So you would get dirt.
What is Picker Forest?
They're the forest that they. Did you ever read Behind the Paint?
He's like the forest.
Did you
Yeah,
ever
I
read
remember
Behind the Paint?
yeah.
They talk about the forest in that book.
Yeah.
When they were kids,
That's
they'd
where
go
they
in
had
there.
forts and
Yeah, they'd go in there and play, and they'd see monsters. Jay swears up and down they'd see monsters and shit in there.
Gotcha. Picker
So,
Forest.
so he
okay.
said that's where like a lot of the magic came from their childhood. So they're gonna send.
Well,
They're
he's like,
they're gonna
every-
send you dirt.
Remember the song? Remember
Hell
the
yeah, dude.
remember the song that was a bonus track on Wizard of the Hood called "Bloody Bitch." It's like "Bloody Bitch dead on my bathroom floor. By the end of the night, I'll be humping or
I'm
whatever."
gonna go out on a limb and say no. He does
Well,
not remember.
listen.
I don't
The
even
reason I
know
brought up
that
is
song.
because
Thank you.
the very first lyric on that song, he's like, "Ever since Picker Forest started, I've been hatchetly retarded."
Oh, okay. So that's where he learned like his love for hatchets. Is in the fort. Like they went back there. There was like a lumberjack, and he was like, "I gift to you the hatchet."
Bro, I just realized
Man.
my dad bought me a shirt that has like this picture of them on it. I have a Yum Yum's lore shirt.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh
awesome.
shit. Okay.
I should go get it. Yeah. Takes too long. Pretty cool though. But yeah, no information about production.
You've never wore that shirt?
I have. I've worn it on the show.
You stupid ass.
Sorry, I have. But yeah, no. But I know. I think Shaggy the Airhead. A couple of the tracks are tagged with Shaggy the Airhead on this. But I think One Man Crew did a couple of the tracks.
So
also.
I think One Man Crew did Bewitching. Some of it is Straight Jacket, and Shaggy has the tag on Smell of Rain. I
Okay.
think.
Oh wow! This just in. Justin Manning said the landlord got pissed about them taking the dirt, and that's why they haven't come out.
Really? No fucking way.
Holy
dude.
shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, this dude's just full of shit.
Hey man. Don't be taking my damn dirt. Hey you, what are you doing out there?
What are you doing taking my
What are you doing out there? That's good dirt. I pulled that dirt in from Rome.
Sheriff Picker was there making sure they
Sheriff
couldn't
Picker.
take it.
That's why you felt all that
That's the
magic.
blood that's the blood Leonidas bled on. Or that's the dirt Leonidas bled on. Why do you think all that magic's in Pickin' Woods or whatever it's called? Perry's Woods or
Picker
Forest. Picker
damn it.
Perry's. Where
What do you mean, my furry?
Oh God.
And that's why we don't have our paintings.
yeah, exactly.
All right, so this song might, to me, be the dopest song on here. This song has Alien Ant Farm on it.
Alien Ant Farm from like
Yes. They did a hook on this song.
It was pretty catchy. This
It's
one.
cool.
Yeah, it's got a little catchy.
I like how they rap too. It's like they just do like a different.
Yeah, this- Yeah, this would remind me of like a bizarre type of era.
Yeah.
I could see them doing some shit like that back then,
It's like a novelty.
like 2000, 2001.
It's groovy. Listen,
Yeah, it's got a nice little beat to it.
there's Alien Ant Farm right here. Oh yeah. It sounds cool to me. I wish they did.
this ain't bad.
They should have got Alien Ant Farm to
this
work
is-
with them instead of Roadside Ghosts.
This is the kind of music and arrangement that ICP shine on. You know
Yeah,
what
I
mean?
agree. Yeah, exactly.
Just
It's kind of
simple,
melodic.
simple, and like
Simple, melodic.
This song's sweet, man. I actually do like this song.
I mean, this is the kind of music that made them.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
I can. Of course, this song's going to be good for ICP.
It reminds me of Alley Rat. Like I get
Something
Alley
like
Rat.
that, yeah.
vibe.
Like the concept of an alien ant farm. I just want to throw that out. That's pretty neat.
That is cool.
You know, like
You
if
know-
it was just like aliens,
cool,
but
yeah.
you have them in a large container, or maybe we're the
We're
alien
the
ant
ant- yeah, I
farm.
think that's what
oh
it
shit.
means.
That's what
We're
they're saying.
the
We're
ant
the
farm,
alien
yeah.
ant farm. Oh,
Have you
shit,
seen the
yeah.
show Solar Opposites?
Solar Opposites? I've kind of dabbled in it a little bit because I do love Justin Roiland.
Okay.
But yeah, I haven't.
It's a fantastic show. Highly recommend it. But in that, the reason I bring it up is 'cause in that show they're aliens. If you don't know, it's a cartoon where there's aliens living on Earth. They want to get off. But the two younger aliens in the house, in their room, a whole wall of their room is literally like an ant farm, and they shrink humans down.
I
to put
did
them
see
in.
that. Yeah, they have
Oh,
like
that's
aquariums for humans.
Yes.
But then they have like a whole subplot
Yes.
that goes on in the aquariums.
Yes, like they could make an entire show out of the antics that's going on, and like there's like a revolution that happens during
Yeah,
one of the
right.
episodes. It's crazy.
And they probably had the same idea. They're probably like, alien ant farm. Yeah, that's a good idea. They
Yeah,
do it in the
right.
show.
Do the aquariums ever break?
Yeah, they do actually.
Yeah.
Oh, shit goes down in that show, dude. Highly recommend watching that show. Funny as fuck too.
That is my
Do
favorite.
you have a sound effect for "Go fuck yourself"? is that on there?
Oh no, we need one.
You know, like a
Little fuck off.
Oh, we do have fuck off.
Fuck off. Yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
I like. Hey, did you hear what he did there? He's like, dude. Hold on, let me go back. It's cool. Oh, there we go.
Isolate that.
I will, oh, okay. You make a comment on that. It's fucking fun, dude. I could probably isolate clips of Shaggy talking from Shaggy and the Creep. And get
Oh, probably.
a fucking treasure trove.
Yeah, there's all sorts of. You were saying that you're like you haven't watched any episodes in a long time. There's one where
Yeah.
they zap Shaggy every single time he says, "No, I'm saying," or "boy." Highly recommend it.
Oh my
That's
god.
funny.
It's.
Oh, I wanna watch
it's
that.
so funny.
That sounds great.
I recommend it. It was only a couple weeks ago.
That's insane because he says that shit so much. No,
He would get electrocuted and
He
then
said
yell at the
boy. I haven't noticed him say boy.
He started doing it on his Palcast.
Okay.
But
Oh yeah, he says like, "Oh, you got one of these remote boys right here."
yeah,
He'll say shit like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you got one of them lighter boys over there.
yeah.
I was having one. I went to McDonald's, got one of the McNugget boys. You know, I'll say shit like that.
I got
The
you.
spicy chicken nugget boys.
Every time he says no, I'm saying, I'm going to say,
Yeah. All right.
This song's
This song is really interesting.
interesting. Yeah.
Smell of rain. It's kind of like what dog urine.
This song is interesting because it's at first listen, it's just Jay like singing in a jolly
It
tone.
sounds so happy and
But
nice.
he's singing about some of the most sadistic shit he's ever sung about. To
This
be
is what
quite
I
frank.
Like It Rough could have been.
Yeah, it's really weird. And then like the hook is purposely like happy, friendly. It's really odd.
Yeah, so he's talking about this girl that he's like infatuated with, and he just kind of like blanks out, kills her boyfriend, and kidnaps her.
And puts on a titty slow roaster
And
or whatever.
Yeah, starts mutilating and eating her. And her name is Summer Rain. That's why the song is
Oh,
Smell
yeah.
of Rain. Yeah. There it is.
So this is a song about him eating a woman?
Yes.
Ah.
this is, he should have waited to release this around now with the Jeffrey Dahmer show being very popular.
That would have worked.
Damn, this could have been on the radio.
Yeah.
That's in vogue. They would have got canceled.
I just don't like how he raps in this song. I think it's kind of annoying. But the song itself is fine.
The beat's pretty, I like the beat. It's a nice little beat.
I don't mind it.
Slow cooked.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I've tried to slow cook titties in a titty slow roaster. It's not as easy as you would think. The broth has to be perfectly balanced.
Milky.
Right, exactly.
Oh.
Came out tough. I was not a fan. I like to put titties on a titty skillet.
Instead of a titty slow roaster.
Right, exactly.
Fine.
Cook them high heat sear.
Wing falling in the morning. Yeah, so I don't know. That's fine.
Then Shag comes in and saves it. I think.
Oh, he goes.
Yeah,
Alright.
Shaggy.
Yeah, he can
Blaze
ride.
is it.
He can ride the beat a lot better. Like he doesn't do.
That
like
sounds like Joey the
rumbling.
Butcher.
Like I hate rumbling.
Yeah.
And like what rumbling to me is like when you jam too many words into a bar and you lose the rhythm.
Yeah.
So you do stuff like walk in the house and you're sitting there on the sofa and so I've got to pull that bitch
Yeah.
over. Like you know,
Yeah.
like it's like yeah. And Jay does that a lot. But Shaggy's his clarity's better nowadays.
Yeah.
Shaggy
just rides more.
He
of the
just
beat
keeps
to
getting
it.
better.
I can't like I don't understand Jay a lot anymore.
He mumbles
it's,
a lot.
It's hard to hear what he says. Like his clarity on the mic.
It's
is
like
not,
he doesn't re-record shit.
Yeah,
That's what it
Yeah.
seems like.
True. Yeah, everything sounds rushed from Jay. That's what I get from Jay.
A lot of
rushed.
mush mouth,
Rushed,
mumble. I don't
rush
know.
writing, rush recording.
I think
that's Jay in the studio.
so. The next song's Ding Ding Doll,
Ding Ding Doll.
I do not like this song.
which this song was released as like a single for Yum Yum
Yeah.
prior to the album not releasing at Christmas.
Yeah, it's supposed
ding-
to be on Bedlam.
Like, is that just like a doll you fuck, like your Ding Ding Doll?
I will say this.
Like you're
I do
like,
this
whoa,
song.
you're like, whoa. You don't want to put your hands on that. Why? That's my Ding Ding Doll.
If you were to listen to the
like,
story of this song, I think you'd actually like it. Like it's the story is he gets a doll from like a Ecuadorian dead child or something, and if you pull the string, it sings a song, and then like you die. That's the story of the song, and like he lays all that out over the whole track, and it's really well written. This is the most well written song on this album, probably. But it's the song itself is just a little forgettable.
Let me ask
guess
them.
the
How
beat
many
is,
how many songs about dolls are they gonna make?
Yeah, this is Play With Me
that's what I'm saying.
2021.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
It's good though. I like this song.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
I don't know. It's
No,
all right, though.
I'm joking. They can write as many songs about dolls. I like that kind of shit. I just want them to be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. The weird dreamy beat.
The beat is interesting. I don't know.
It's kind of chill,
It's
but
got a chill beat.
I want to say like there's like I don't like the song that much, but I can't think of too many reasons why. It's hard.
The beat sounds like
not
whenever
scratching
whenever
your
you
brain?
get like beat maker programs, the free clips that come in, the ambient clips.
Was this One Man Crew?
Ambient
this is
clip.
Shaggy the Airhead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is the Ding Ding song.
What? Who's singing?
The Ding Ding Doll. I mean,
That's
Jay's
the
mom
song.
probably does the singing, but
I was thinking it was his kid,
maybe.
Violent JJ.
But he's like a
effects
teenager
on
now.
it. Well, it's got effects on it.
Wait, you said Jay's mom probably sings. Is
I
that
don't know
like
if
an
the
inside
credits
joke, or is that? Oh, okay. Okay, I was gonna say. I don't know.
Every,
the Juggalo
everything's
world.
Jay's mom.
Oh, okay.
Every
gotcha.
girl
Jay-
we don't know who it
The
is. is Jay's
sixth is going to be Jay's mom. The next sixth.
Gotcha.
Like if we don't know somebody, a girl on the hook, it's always Jay's mom. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Gotcha. Like if you dated a girl and you forgot who her number. Wait, what? I don't know.
Jay's that can be Jay's mom.
Jay's
Yeah.
mom.
That's
Okay.
fine. That's
Gotcha.
fine.
Jay's mom.
I like how they like have Shaggy pop in and like do his little random lines and shit.
His little Shaggy thing.
Yeah. But yeah, this song's 5 fucking minutes long too.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't like it. Way too fucking long. I mean, they used to tell stories back in the day that didn't take as long.
Yeah.
Like they could write lines that told more.
Yeah.
You know, like shorter lines that told more. And to me, that's the mark of a clever writer, a good writer. You don't need to just say so much shit.
Yeah, it's an economy of words.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, you know, I don't mind like Prom Queen. You know, you kind of get lost in that song, but it doesn't seem like it just goes on forever.
I think that song is like 5 minutes long, but it's because the outro is like 3 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of makes it work.
Yeah. Let's see. On the booklet, what's it say? Whoa, if there's a pic of the 6th in it, it's based on Jay's mom. I hope there is. I hope they say something about the 6th. There's been no mention of the 6th. Not a single
I
word.
figured they would do
What
something.
what Joker card are they on now in the second deck?
5th.
The 5th.
We're waiting on
Oh,
the-
so we're waiting on the 6th Joker
Yeah.
card.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
We're 1 year
And,
out.
and it's most likely, it seems to be, it's going to be Mikey Clark doing it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's back in there with them.
Yeah. He was at the gathering. He performed at
What's
the
their
gathering.
saying now?
He
Will they,
did-
do they still say the end will consume us all?
They
or
don't
now
say
do
anything.
No, they don't.
They don't make
say
it-
the-
The lore is gone. Most of the lore is gone.
Okay.
Yeah. They kind of
Every new Joker's card is just a character in the Dark Carnival. There's not necessarily like an overarching story.
There's no progression.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, they're just more faces of the carnival, but there's, as far as we know, no like.
I mean, maybe by the
Thing we're
time
looking at again.
you know they're doing 5 more, right?
5 more, like a third deck.
That's what
Yes.
665 means.
Yes.
Oh,
So they're doing another 5 after this.
okay.
Mind you, this deck when did Bang Bang Boom come out? 2009.
2000.
Yep.
It's been already been 13 years,
Yeah.
and they still have another album to
They
go.
took longer to do this. They're taking way longer to do this one than the first deck.
Yeah.
You know, the first deck was
10 years.
10 years. A cool 10 years.
Yeah. It'll be 15 probably by the time the second deck's
Yeah.
done. And then they still got 5
and
more.
they're going to do 5 more. They're going to be in their. Jay's going to be 70
yeah.
by the time it's done.
That's ridiculous to think about. 70-year-old rappers.
70-year-old rapper. Yeah.
I mean, if it takes them, dude, if it takes that long, like that will have taken their entire lives. Like that's pretty amazing.
Their entire lives.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It will be the first and only time it's probably will ever be done.
Yeah, that would be incredible.
Yeah, they continue to be unique and making history, I guess, if they do it.
As long as
They can do it.
God forbid, as long as Jay doesn't keep on this pill game.
Yeah,
'cause
I've said this. I've said this.
Well, he got
many
out of
times.
rehab recently, so
Said the same thing many times. I really hope they can pull it out, but I don't know, man. With the heart problem and the addiction shit going, I mean, ugh.
Yeah, he's got the card stacked against him.
yeah. You know, no pun intended.
yeah, he's got 6 of them set to get him in some EPs. And that's apparently the 6 is going to be a double album. They could do more double albums. It's not even necessarily just 6 albums that they're
Didn't
still working
they-
on.
true.
Every card is not necessarily one album. It's a whole thing.
Didn't they already basically confirm it's going to be another Wraith?
That at some point he
Or
said
version
every
of-
single 6 is always going to lead back to Shangri-La and Hell's Pit somehow.
Interesting.
So I don't know if it's literally the Wraith or something that represents
Like
the same kind of
another
thing,
version,
or
yeah.
something like that.
Just a man, he said by the time they get to the 5th on the 3rd deck, Shaggy will be on M&E.
That's great. That one was good.
That's hilarious.
Oh man. Yeah, that one was great. I'm gonna give you an applause for that one.
Lil Ninja said he's got a new record out. All right, everybody go to Lil Ninja's SoundCloud and go check out his new shit.
Oh, and happy late birthday.
Oh yeah, Lil Ninja turned 13 the other day, bro.
Really?
Lil Ninja's our homie. We've had him on the show before. He was 12, just turned 13. He's the shit. He knows everything.
Happy birthday, Lil Ninja.
Yeah, he's the man.
We've met him and his mom.
He makes beats.
Cool.
Yeah, oh yeah, his mom came on too. He makes beats, bro, and he's pretty good.
That's all.
You should check him out. Yeah. Oh man, what do you think about this song?
This song fucking sucks.
Yeah.
The only good thing is it thumps in the car and Shaggy can flow on it. That's it.
Yeah, the octave
I like
changes
that.
that Jay.
I don't
He
like
used to
this
be
one.
good at octave changes.
Yeah.
Now it's
Because he would
it's
do it like,
just-
I'm a violent J, and then he'd come in and be like, I'm violent J, and like he would
No.
do like different. It wasn't just him like, I'm rapping like
No.
this. Now I'm
Well,
rapping like this.
I'll tell you one reason. He's trying to do the octave changes that he's always done, but he's doing them on these type of beats that don't fucking work on these beats. These beats don't really have chord changes like that. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I don't like them rapping over trap beats very much. Like simple.
Yeah, same.
I've never been into it. There's select few that they can do it on.
Like
They've done some good
Wretched
ones.
and Clown Bounce kind of work.
Yeah, there's some
It
decent.
took a lot of like growing.
Yeah.
What do you think about this song, Candyman?
This is like one of my top songs the year it came out.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't realize how much I listened to it, and like Spotify Rap came out and was like, Candyman was your #1 song. I was like,
Did you really
what?
like it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I do. I just didn't realize how much I liked it till the statistic was like, hey, you're fucking losers. This is all you listened to this year.
I can't quite put my finger on this song. Like, the whole song is gibberish. It's
Yeah, he's,
literally.
he's just talking about like dealing like drugs and black market weapons and shit.
Yeah, he's like making up all these random weird names for everything. This song would be impossible for them to do in concert. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
What'd you say the song was?
impossible?
Before that.
It was gibberish?
Yep.
Oh.
Just like that. Doing a flubba lubba 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 leave a ding ding dong. Slipping on slips, slapping on ships, slipping a dip.
I think
slipping a dip.
I like the beat and
I'm
shit.
getting
and
slappy
Shaggy's
on them,
cadence.
motherfucker. Slip it, slap it on them.
What do you say, Gage?
I just like the beat and Shaggy's cadence and the catchy chorus. Sometimes the song can just be nonsense. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This song does. It's got a funness about it. That's,
Yeah.
That's.
I
It's the
enjoyed
most fun song on the album.
I'm enjoying the song as much as I enjoyed the new Candyman movie.
I haven't seen that.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
There's a new Candyman movie.
Came out a year or so ago, right?
Yeah.
Jordan Peele.
Yeah, it's new but like old. Like last Halloween, I think.
This song does kind of slap. I mean, I want to hate on it, but I literally can't.
That being said,
No, I don't like.
after
Already.
like this, I forgot this album existed after. I was like super excited about it. Yeah. But like the year after it came out, I was like, oh yeah, Yum Yum's lore exists. Because the actual album came out and I was like,
Yeah.
just forgot about it.
Oh, let me hear Shaggy.
This reminds me
That's
of my
just dope.
first.
I mean, listen to
Listen,
him.
I hear you, but this reminds me of my early raps when I thought all you have to do is rhyme words. You don't have to say anything; you just rhyme words. Medical, yeah, medical, edible, it's forgettable, regrettable. And this evident, the sediment. Remember this evident. Yeah, like
And the only people that liked it were your friends.
right, yeah, because they heard it and they're like, "Damn, you rhyming," but you're not saying shit. You're just saying words that rhyme. That's kind of how that was. Don't get me wrong; it sounds great, but when you break it down and like read it, you're like, "This makes no fucking sense."
Yeah.
It's just words that rhyme.
I mean, I don't. You're right. It's fun though.
Yeah.
Divisible criminal sentinels walking like mental hospitals.
You know, walking like mental hospitals. You know, trust me.
Hey, that shit works though.
Yeah, like it sounds great when you first submit it. It's only when you look at it and like read the lyrics and you're like, oh, this makes zero fucking sense.
For referring to.
Oh shit. This is a weird song, man. I don't know. It's fun. It's wacky. They have a song called Candy Land, which also is Jay does.
Candyland?
Yeah.
Candyland.
It's Candy Land. It's It sounds the same.
Yeah.
So I confuse the two, and I can't help that.
Fair.
Why is there Candyman?
Goes loose.
What does it have to do? So this song has absolutely nothing to do with the lure of.
It's just a story song where Shaggy is dealing drugs and guns and whatever. He's like a black market
Oh, okay.
crime lord or drug lord or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Candyman. Candy is like a euphemism for
Yeah.
drugs and weapons and yeah.
So
Clown heads. Here it goes. Here we go. We're gonna make us some paintings made of blood and dirt. We're gonna sell them for $400 and see if it works.
Have you heard this song?
which it didn't.
I'm not kidding. That's literally how it goes.
Wow.
Yes. It really is.
Yeah, that's pretty on the nose there.
Oh shit. If you're wondering if they'll be tagged with our names, they will, and they'll be in a really nice ass frame. For $400.
That's the exact vibe of this song.
If you wanna buy one, you should hop on that. We'll even mail it to your ass in some bubble wrap.
It's like a scene on TV ad for their paintings.
So come on, y'all, buy one of Shaggy's paints, and if you're wondering if there's prints, there ain't. One of a kind.
They're like, no two are the same. They keep saying that in the background.
Yeah.
Your loneliness
Listen.
gone.
Listen. They're literally telling you like the deal of it.
Hell yeah.
I kind of like the beat. This is honestly the best song on here, I think. I ain't gonna lie. I like it. It sounds like ICP.
Okay.
It's dumb as hell, but it does sound good.
I mean, but that's why I like ICP. The dumb as hell shit.
Yeah.
So I just bodied this whole album.
Yeah, dumb's not always bad.
Oh, man.
Retarded, like people.
True.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, you know, hey, I know that's the best way to sell things. Like when I got my truck, you know, I wouldn't have bought it if the salesman hadn't used the word retarded.
It's that honesty.
Just
that
saying, you
sells
got to
me.
look at this. This is a fucking retarded deal. And I was like, you're right. This is fucking retarded deal. I'll take it.
Oh shit.
You're ripping me off. Oh yeah. Right.
This song goes on for 7 minutes.
There's an outro.
Oh, is there?
Yeah. So you remember the song?
The outro is like, P.O. Box 155, Detroit, Michigan. Send $300
Then tell your friends.
Do you remember the song "It's Coming"?
It's like there's only 13 paintings unless 15 people want one. In case it's 15.
You're fucking killing it. I mean, that's true.
Oh my gosh. Do you know the song "It's Coming"
Yeah.
off of that Christmas EP before the Riddle Box?
Yes.
Where it was just like a weird beat and they're saying it's coming.
Yes.
The same thing happens at the end of this song.
Oh, okay.
And there's even like, you know how at the intro of Yum Yum Bedlam they're talking about, or there's like birds chirping and shit.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of that at the end of this song.
Okay, I never caught that.
Yeah. I only caught that listening to this week.
Holy shit, this is a long ad. This is like when you're on YouTube and those 25-minute ads come on, you're like, fuck, this is a long ad. This ad is 7 minutes long.
I once got an
because that's what it
ad-
is. It's just like a clever ad. This is like when you're watching movies and they have a party in McDonald's and you're like, y'all ain't slick. This is an ad.
that
Talk about
probably
Mac and
didn't
Me.
come.
Yeah, exactly. Mac and Me is a perfect example. Yes, party in McDonald's, or they drink the Coca-Cola, but whenever they drink it, they're always like this, like.
Wayne's World famously made fun of that gimmick. I think it was in the first one.
Oh, he's like,
It's the
whatever.
first one.
Yeah.
Who does brand
he's like
deals and he's got
Coca-Cola.
like a jersey on and like a bag of Doritos.
Yeah.
He's like holding like this.
He's like something refreshing or whatever fucking drink. it was.
Choice of a new generation.
So this is the outro you were talking about?
Yeah. It should have just been a different song.
Fago, you're broke, and this will help you forget about that.
I could live with just Fago. You're broke.
Yeah, exactly. Fago. Being broke sucks.
Yum Yum Bedlam, this way comes.
Mm-hmm.
He said Yum Yum's Bedlam. Yum Yum's Bedlam. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
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 Bedlam.
Yum Yum's Bedlam.
And then Bedlam translates to
Doesn't Bedlam mean like pandemonium or something?
Yeah,
Bedlam.
or chaos.
It means like chaos or pandemonium.
Yeah.
Yeah, scene of uproar and confusion. Yep.
Yep. It's got like the birds in the background and that weird noise. It's kind of cool.
It is cool.
It sounds like a demon name.
What?
Bedlam. Bedlam. Do you eat lamb? I don't like. There was a couch lamb or table lamb, but lamb.
So you probably didn't see, but there was a group from Detroit or Michigan, somewhere in Michigan, named
Bedlam.
Bedlam.
Oh, okay. I have heard of Bedlam.
And there was actually Prozac, I believe, came from that.
Yeah.
The rapper Prozac. And then there's a picture where all three of them are together, and it looks exactly like Yum Yum Bedlam seeds, like the seeds.
Oh, really?
It looks like they literally just jacked that style, like the picture of the style of the Bedlam group, and made them into the seeds.
Who knows? Maybe.
It was going around when the album came out, and the seeds were released, and everybody saw the picture.
Now, do
went
each of the
around.
seeds have their own little personality?
Yeah,
They're all
or-
supposed to have their own album.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're waiting on the last one. They haven't said why it didn't come out on time.
Yeah,
though.
Wicked Vic is like
Wicked Vic supposed to be Halloween?
No, it's Weep and Woe.
Weep and Woe.
Well, I'm just saying the Wicked Vic one. He was like the asshole, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wicked
Like, that
Vic was
his
a dickhole.
Yeah, he
and
was.
then there's Weep and Woe.
There's Pug Ugly. He was just an ugly asshole.
Yeah, Pug Ugly was just ugly. He was an asshole. Wicked Vic was like the evil.
The
So
black
wait,
sheep
is
of the
Yum Yum?
fam.
So Yum Yum just seeds off dick holes? Like all of her seeds are just assholes?
I'm wondering the Weeping
Maybe.
Woe is going to be like a crying asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because that's the one that's like crying.
His name
That's
is
like,
Woe the
that's
Weeping
like
Weirdo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just seeds, and they're all weirdos and assholes.
And then
So they all have the same personality,
So,
basically.
do they grow up? Do they grow up to become new Yum Yums?
Maybe they'll be 3 of the 5 next ones.
Oh shit!
Whoa, what the hell? Went to a Rob Zombie song.
That would be. Oh damn, bitch.
We can listen to this if you want. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't like Rob Zombie. I mean, I don't mind Rob Zombie. I don't like
All right,
listen
man.
to the intro to his album either.
That was Yum Yum's Bedlam.
Yum Yums.
I mean Yum Yum's. I mean Yum Yum's lure. Yum Yum's lure.
Lure.
Hold on, let me see Bedlam rap group.
When I was searching Yum Yum's lure, a bunch of lures just kept coming up.
For like fishing. It was
Yeah.
Lure means like, I'm gonna lure you into
Right.
my web.
So this album kind of attracted you to Yum Yum.
Yeah, well, that's her whole thing. And the loyalty thing. She's a flower, so she's supposed to bring you in and entice you with the smells and the lore and stuff, and then she opens up and gets you. And the whole point is to be loyal to whoever and not be attracted to the flower because it'll get you.
Don't touch that flower.
Yeah.
Don't give in to temptation.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Justin Manning. Not speaking of that, but the seeds. Justin Manning just asked whatever happened with that. Can we find that picture?
I can look
Can
for
we
it.
find that post, or it went around? It's been a year, right?
I heard
So-
the group came out and said it was cool and like they were flattered.
Yeah,
Like,
Madness.
there was no bad blood about it.
The guy Madness that CPN stayed with, he was like cool with it.
Like this one?
Yeah, right there. Now pull up the seeds.
All right, so here for
Yeah, one's
viewers.
got a hood, one's got a skull, and one's got crazy hair. Right?
Yeah.
That's kind of what the seeds look
I
like.
kind of see that.
Yeah. But it's just weird. Bedlam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the seeds look like it is pretty fucking convenient, I must say. It's weirdly
Let's
convenient.
pull this picture up. Yeah, I mean, like, look, you got the little hood, you got the little wacky hair, and then a creepy skeleton guy. Look, you got a hood, wacky hair, creepy skeleton guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of see it.
True. Yeah, I see that.
Which one's Prozac?
Probably the fat one. just saying with the hair. Yeah.
Creepy hair guy.
Yeah, probably him. Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty. I don't know. I don't know. Coincidence or not, it is very weird. Bedlam. I don't know. I don't think anything ever came from it. The group themselves said it was cool. Like it got brought to their attention. Of course,
Purely speculation.
no one ever cared. So
Speculations.
Well, guys, we did it. Speculations. Got anything else you want to
Speculation.
touch on or wrap up or anything like that?
no.
Make sure I didn't have anything I needed to mention.
Yeah, I don't really have much, man.
Tom Wood is working with Spirit Halloween now. That's cool.
Oh, I did see that. That's really
Yeah.
cool. He's releasing like some new designs. Like he like cut a deal with them.
So he's doing like Joker's card masks.
Oh, I don't know about
We
that.
don't know.
That
And
would
Tom
be
Wood is that
fucking cool.
Wait, who's Tom
Yeah,
Wood? That guy?
He did that art. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he posted on his Facebook. They made nice, and now they're paying him for like 10 designs or something.
So if you don't know, last year, Spirit Halloween put out 2 masks that were both Tom Wood designs.
Yeah.
And Tom Wood got no money for them.
Yeah, they ripped
Really?
him off. Yeah.
He was very pissed.
Oh shit.
And so people were going in there and stealing the masks from there and stuff.
Like
but
what were the what masks? Are you,
one
you have
was
a photo
one
of
looks like
those?
the ringmaster, like
Yeah.
his ringmaster.
Isn't that one you have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the Ringmaster mask.
Let's see. This guy.
So now he's working. So now he's working with him.
Yeah, so they signed like some kind of contract where he's working on designs for them.
I ain't be able to-
If you
Are they going to
Maybe
fucking
if you
back
type in
pay him?
Spirit Halloween.
Yeah.
if you go to their actual website, you might be able to find it.
I hope they back pay him.
Yeah, maybe not, but
I don't know how to find. I don't know how to look that
If
up.
you went to their actual website and looked like Ringmaster
What,
mask.
Spirit Halloween?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see, because I went to Spirit Halloween.
Maybe not.
I
don't know.
looked for it, and because I was gonna steal it, and I couldn't find it.
Is that it? Part of the whole costume? Or is that
No, I
just
don't think
face
so.
paint?
That's just face paint. I think.
I took a shitty picture.
I saw a
myself wearing
picture
it.
of that mask when I looked it up, but I don't know where the fuck. Maybe they took it off because of the situation.
I'm sure.
I mean, they sold it just this last year. I got one, so I don't know.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Well, good for Tom Wood.
Hey, I'm happy about that.
I met him. I mean, and
Really nice guy.
dude was fucking awesome.
Very
He was
humble guy.
Really, really cool.
I found it.
What? Oh yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Yep.
There you go. Show the
Yeah,
camera
there you
there. Yeah.
Pretty. Yeah.
So
That's spot on.
there was that one, and the other one was just like a generic clown or something that he drew.
Yeah, it was one of his cards into the Echo Side game. It kind of looked like the Carnival of Carnage clown, but wasn't exactly that. Yeah, so they like took two of his designs, and if you listen to the podcast, everybody was saying, well, Shaggy was saying, go and steal that. And then this year, he must
shit,
have,
yeah,
he
there's
must
two.
have worked
Here-
it out for him.
Here we go.
Because now he's working with them. They made nice, and now they're paying him.
They're fucking better. Yeah. Yeah, they fucking
Good for Tom Wood, man.
Yeah, that's cool. I can't think of anything else. That was like
No, that was good, man. I'm glad you brought that up.
that was like big news, and then everything else happened, and that was very small news. Now, yeah.
Justin Manny did say, what about video games? We didn't have any video games today.
Play Bloodborne.
No, that was just for October.
October Halloween segment, but maybe we'll talk
Yeah.
about some if some more cool games come out. I mean, God of War is about to come out. I think I might be getting that, but we'll see.
Play Bloodborne.
Bloodborne.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I think I downloaded it because it was one of those free or not free but PlayStation Essential games.
That's a Souls game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
basically a
yeah,
Souls game,
people
but
are-
it's like gothic cosmic horror.
There's a huge fan
Bloodborne?
of for people.
Bloodborne,
that,
oh, yeah.
I love
my
those
brother.
games.
My brother loves that game.
I love
can't
that.
do
Game.
that.
That's like
I
one
don't
of
know
my
if you
favorite
talked to
games.
my
tried
brother
Elden
about that,
Ring,
but
but
he loves that.
I probably
shit.
should.
Yeah,
I need to hang out with him.
yeah, he loves
I got along
those
with
kind
him.
of games.
I love Bloodborne. I love all those Dark Souls, Elden Ring.
I get fucked up.
I
They're
love
hard.
I love
too
when the
hard for me.
game
Fucking hard.
fucks
real
the shit out of
casual
me. It's
now.
great.
Yeah,
Like I've toned down my game.
I
a lot.
am
I'm
too. I
pretty
probably
bad.
would have liked those games at a younger age.
Yeah.
but I'm just they're too fucking hard now.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think we did like God of War, max difficulty, shit like that was
Yeah.
pretty damn challenging, but you still did it for the challenge. But
Yeah,
fucking NES days, beating Mega Man,
yeah.
just beating Mega Man. That's it. Like just
Yes.
beating it.
Yeah, Mega Man is
or
hard as
Ninja
fuck, too.
Gaiden.
Yeah,
Shit
Echo,
like that,
Echo the
yeah.
Dolphin was hard as fuck.
But yeah, they're just I don't know. I can't invest into difficult games like
It
that
takes too
anymore.
long to get good.
Yeah.
You know, so they
I don't have time for that
Yeah,
shit. I sit down to play 30 minutes a day. If I even have 30 minutes to an hour to sit down in a day, that's
Yeah.
all I get to play.
Same.
So, I mean, I'm very happy that like now games have that like solid state. So like you literally just turn it on and you're
Yeah.
right back where you played, so you can play 30 minutes and leave, and you know you don't have to worry about reloading and all that shit. I don't know if I could game today like you had to game back in the PS2, PS3 days where you had to load a game, load your save file, and you went back to a checkpoint. Like if I had to play that way, I feel like I would never make progress. I'd play through the same 30-minute loop over and over.
So online games are so popular now. You just jump in, you play your couple rounds, and then you're done for the day.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Streets of Rage. Pez says Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage 4 was fucking amazing. I did play the fuck out of that.
Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah.
Streets of Rage was always
Great.
like that was mostly a Genesis thing, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they made Streets of Rage 4 just recently.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Like
And it's-
last
and
year,
it's
the year
fucking dope.
Oh yeah.
I didn't fuck with it.
It's one of the
Is
best.
it just a simple beat 'em up like BA?
It's
old
a
style?
simple beat 'em up with deep combat combos and shit.
Okay.
So it's like Street Fighter mixed with a beat 'em up.
Oh, okay. So you
And
have stuff like
You do crazy combos, yeah.
yeah,
And
holding buttons and combo buttons and all
And
that.
not quite as deep as Street Fighter, but it's way
Because I mean,
deeper
they
than what it
they
is.
had like the Scott Pilgrim game, and that was very
And it's
old
all
school, where
hand-drawn
it's like
animation.
jump and kick.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
got jump
Scott-
punch. Basically.
Scott Pilgrim was fun though. I
Yeah,
like that
I liked
game.
it. Yeah, I know. I had a lot of fun.
Have you ever played
It was
Cuphead?
just free on the new PS.
Yes, I have Cuphead.
Yeah, I figured you'd
Cuphead's a
appreciate
little
Cuphead.
challenging.
Yes.
It's pretty hard, but
What about
the whole thing?
I know a
being
game I
hand-drawn
just
is
played
cool.
that I think you would love, just because like your style of game, like Inside. Have you played Inside?
Oh,
Oh yeah, we literally had a
Fuck yeah.
segment on the show about it a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was gonna say I just played that. I was like, oh, dude, I was playing through it and I like got to the end and like the little blob thing landed. I was like, Derek would like this.
I 100%ed that game.
Okay, yeah, cool.
That game is fun.
Splatterhouse, Justin Manning. Oh yeah, Splatterhouse.
Have you played Stray?
Yes.
Yeah, Stray is
Yeah,
awesome.
Stray is great. Yeah. I love the atmosphere. Stray, the music's cool. I mean, yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah, that game was just fun to like walk around.
When I first got into the sewers with all the fucking eyeballs and shit, I was like, what the fuck?
Right, yeah.
Shit was nuts.
Yeah, they
man.
did great with like storytelling in that game without having a storyteller, like letting you discover the story.
Yeah, it was great, and it wasn't too deep.
Right, yeah, it wasn't too deep. Yeah, I do hope they make another Stray.
Yeah.
Like even if we get to see like another city or something like that, or go deeper in the city and be another cat, even like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to see another, because I know that was just like an indie studio basically, and like now with the attention they got, they're going to be able to invest more money.
Yeah, they did great with that game, man. I thought the physics were great, the graphics were good. I mean, the animations of the cat was amazing.
Oh, that was super amazing. Yeah, little attention to detail.
Mm-hmm.
They had a good system for jumping around where it wasn't like you could avoid glitching, like, you know, because if they would have gave you complete free, at first I was like, oh, I hate how they don't give you free reign. But then as I played, I realized that's more accurate to a cat, because a cat would not be stumbling. A cat is very precise, so it's better to have precise jumps that the cat's nailing easily, because if you were a cat, you'd probably be making those jumps with ease.
Yeah, other than the jumps, you had free reign. It was just you had to see the triangle before you could jump anywhere.
Exactly. Yeah, you had to like have a path, like they had predisposed. And I watched the thing on YouTube about those paths laid out, where they showed them laid out. It's fucking bananas, like how many pathways there are in that world.
I bet.
Yeah, like you really can like create your path in just about anywhere.
Didn't they make a new Shaq Fu?
I think they did actually.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did make a new Shaq Fu. Yeah,
I didn't fuck with that.
Remember God of War? That shit's about to come out, and that shit is going to be. Mwah.
I know.
That one I am probably going to have to like, you know, tell the new old lady like,
the new
old. See the new lady. I'll see you in a week.
I mean, that first that last one was pretty good, so I can imagine this one being better.
Yeah. Oh well, they said this one is like 3 times like in scope. They said, like, I have heard like a spoiler-free review, and they said the scope's way bigger, and this does wrap up this arc like pretty soundly.
Is it still in the Norse stuff?
Yeah, it's still in the Norse, but there's not going to be a part 3. This ends this storyline, so this is the final game. It's only a 2-parter, but this will be they say this ends the saga, ties things together real well. It doesn't like, you know, they didn't give any spoilers or anything, but I have heard like hints that like Kratos isn't going to die or anything, because that's what I thought. I was like, oh, Kratos is going to die and Atreus is going to take over as the new, you know. But I've heard pushing like, not that. You know what I mean?
It'd be cool with 2-player.
Yeah,
It'd be cool
That'd
with
be
like
real
the
cool.
next one, and then he's grown, and but you can play, you know, like a what was that 2-player game that was real popular?
It Takes Two.
And I mean, maybe
Atreus,
like maybe Atreus will be the one that moves on, because I mean they've already hinted he's Loki, you know, and so they're going to kind of spin where he's going to bring down things, and then mythology changes over time, and that's kind of how they're explaining it, is he's Loki in the storyline, and so he's going to play that dark role of bringing down, you know, because as the prophecy said, like him, his wolf, and that serpent are going to team up, and that's what starts Ragnarok.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean, that's what it's going to end the game for sure. We're going to see like all of the Norse gods we're going to see. I know we'll see Thor and Odin and, you know, etc. But
I think it'd be cool if they do a new culture for the next, like Aztecs or something.
I would love Egyptian. I think Egyptian gods are fucking spectacular.
Egyptians would be that would be probably the next big one.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if it's trying to go in like a linear, like a chronological time. So you probably have to go. I mean, I think Egyptians were before the Norse shit.
No, this takes place in like the lands. Ideologically, in the God of War like timeline, you have to think these are like thousands of years before the cultures we know existed. Yeah. This is the time of the gods. Yeah. So like even though you're playing in Norse mythology, there's no civilizations hardly. You know what I mean? Humans aren't really around. Gods rule shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's kind of how it was. And like, there, even though they use Sparta and all that stuff in the original God of War, it's almost like supposed to be a separate universe, I feel, because I think God of War ends with the whole earth being flooded. You know, like pestilence and disease is spread around. Like, all of Greece goes underwater and shit. Like at the end of the.
We appreciate you, Twisted Psycho. You know, we try. We're doing our thing.
Justin Manny, Slizza Fusion, SLIZZA FUSION.
That's your PlayStation name.
PlayStation name, Slizza Fusion.
You can add me if you want. My PlayStation name is Special Keezy. I don't do a lot of multiplayer games, but I do
Sometimes, I guess. You can hop on there and send me a message or whatever.
Play Fall Guys.
If you see me on, I'm usually playing a game with one of my daughters.
Play some Fortnite.
Complex Mothra, we've been talking about Shaq Fu for the past 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. This is
haven't even covered the album.
Welcome to Deck One Dealt. This is a Shaq Fu podcast. In case, thank you for joining us. We just talk about Shaq Fu, and so anyway, the new character in Shaq Fu, the Reaper, is going to be included soon.
Have you were you able to get that coding figured out and backwards compatible yet?
The coding?
Yeah, of Shaq Fu.
Of Shaq-
you know how
yeah.
we're breaking down the code and
Absolutely. So let's talk about coding. So anyway, in C++, when we're trying to get the Eurythmics in line, what we do is we get the. That's all you got to do to talk about computer stuff. Just say a bunch of big words and throw in things that people know about computers. You say, well, whenever I was doing the analytics on the graphics card, I realized, I realized that the perpendicular accelerometers were working incorrectly.
That's how I envision them talking though, because they're all like weird, shut-ins. Like,
well, that's only because you know Nick. So you're just doing Nick's voice.
Where's my French toast, Bob? There's one thing I love in this world, and that's a nice 2-liter of Sierra Mist.
The greatest thing ever said has just been said in the chat. Justin Manning says there needs to be a nude code in Shaq Fu.
A nude?
Where he said there is
Shat
one.
fights. Shat fights with his dick.
He gets a sword.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's Shaq's weapon. Like every character in the game gets a weapon to fight with. Shaq just fights with his dick. His secret move, he picks his wife up by the feet and slams her around like a club. I always see they have the hugest height difference of all time.
Really?
His wife is half his height.
Wow.
Legit half his height.
How do you even do that?
I have no idea. She has to have the most
she's like, hey.
He probably just puts the tip
hello.
Like when she has babies, she's just like, all right. Come on out. They take the stairs out. They're like,
y'all are crazy. Y'all is crazy.
All right, guys.
So this is what it sounds like when they have sex and the kids come out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Oh shit.
All right.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's
Now we're off the Juggalo thing.
Let's
This is a
shuffle.
Juggalo podcast.
We're gonna shuffle the fuck up on out of here. We'll catch y'all next week. Thanks for joining us, Chris and Gage.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
Our slide
Slide this one back in the dick.
All right,
Nope.
hit end show.
Slide, Chris.
You
It's all the
know,
same. Y'all know.
we have to
ASMR,
Hit it now.
Chris.
we have to do our little outro here, y'all. So
All right, thanks. See y'all next time. Peace.
Bye.
Maybe we'll talk about Woe if it comes out.
if it does,
It won't.
I'll weep if it doesn't.
I gotta take a shit.
Wow. Nice.
I'm sorry to hear that.